Okay, what's up? I feel weird because I don't have my headset on. Can you guys hear me? This is a brand new setup. This is actually I am using my gaming computer to stream. So it is a little bit of a new setup, but it's obviously a new background. So I have to go through and make sure that everything is working. You can see the camera. Hi, camera's on, mic is on. You can hear me perfect. I don't really know if I want to do music, even though no music is kind of boring, but tell me if you guys can hear this music. Tell me if you can hear it, Tell me if it's too loud. It might be nice just to have, oh wait, hold on. I started the song over. Okay. Okay, the song is on. And it should just be like background music. Can't hear it, too quiet. Okay, I'm gonna turn it up all the way. I don't have my headset on because I really don't need to have my headset on. You can hear it now? Is it too loud or is it just right? Someone said a little loud, someone said just right. It's just supposed to be like kind of in the background. So I'll turn it down to like that. And then, you know what else I'm gonna do? If I want to hear it, I can put my headset on. So now you can't hear it at all. See, these are the old streaming problems that I used to have. This is nice and loud on my end. And the volume's all the way up in my streaming software, and so I just have to adjust the volume. You know, I actually think it used to be all the way up when it was on. It's been so long since I've streamed, I can't remember. I think it did used to I think it did used to be all the way up. So I think I have to turn it all the way up. But anyway, this is kind of a nice song. This is a Harris Heller copyright-free song. It's kind of chill. Should we do Japanese lo-fi? Thank you to Money. To Money with the $6.99 Canadian, I believe is what that is. Thank you so much to Money. He says, "Rip Fat Cat." That's right. Rest in peace. I think this is a good vibe. I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna take my headset off. Thank you to Money, and Eric Gaming drops the 99 USD. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you to Money. Appreciate the donations. Good to see you guys. So I wasn't really sure what to expect from this stream. It's been a while, obviously, since I streamed and since I made any videos at all. We're about 5 minutes into the live stream, so I think I can go ahead and get started. I wanted to give people a chance to kind of filter in. Welcome. I don't know how many people are in here that would be new. You know what I mean? Like brand new, because a lot of you guys are OGs. A lot of people are used to the streams. This is my usual streaming day. Kind of my usual streaming time. A little bit different because I changed time zones when I moved a month ago. I'm not really reading chat right now. I will read chat. I just kind of want to get us heading in the right direction here before we get too far into the stream, because it's come to my attention that people go back and watch the live streams. And so if you're watching the live stream after I've streamed and the stream is over and you're watching it as a video on YouTube, thank you so much. Welcome. What's up, Topaz? So I wanted to be considerate of the people that are not watching this live, and I wanted to lay the groundwork for this video. So this is not a Roblox stream. Not going to be playing Roblox if that's what you're here for. I'm just going to be talking about Fat Cat because it's something that's hard for me to talk about. And so, what's that sound? Was that the alert? Was that the alert for a donation? Sledger with the $1 euro. Thank you so much, Sledger. Thank you, Sledger. Thank you, Demoney. Thank you, Eric. I gotta turn that off. I don't even have alerts on. I heard it. Was that like a foghorn? It was like a really loud. Maybe that was the music. Never mind. Maybe that was just the music. I don't have my headset on. I heard like a really loud noise. I know that I have like a foghorn whenever people donate. So it's okay. Is Biggest Lord Biggest here? What's up, Lord Biggest? Thanks for stopping by. Always good to see all the TDS content creators. Yes, someone is saying Elite hit 100K. Congratulations to Elite. Amazing task. I saw he's verified too, which is very, very optimistic. It makes me very optimistic because I'm right there. Jordan stayed in the house. What's up, Jordan? Good to see ya. Welcome. What happened to the cat? Yeah, so I guess that a lot of people still don't know. So I'll tell that story. I'll get my tissues out. Harry verified win at 100K. At 100K, you can apply to get verified. And you can apply for a star creator. Can you imagine having a star? Does Elite have a star creator code? Can you imagine having a star creator code in Roblox and you have the little star next to your name when you're in game? I can't. That's what I'm really excited for, is to have a star next to my name in Roblox. I think that'd be so fun. The star creator code would be Harry. I thought about it. I think it should be Harry. Harry. So hopefully I can get that. But yes, I wanted to get back to creating content. All right. So here's the story. And I want to go through the whole story from beginning to end, and it's something that I don't really need to talk about because I'm not really around people, but it's something. It's when I do talk about it, I get really emotional. I can't talk about it without this happening. And so I have a therapist, and I go to therapy, and I can talk to her, and this happens, but I don't talk to people. I don't really talk. I mean, I have some friends I've talked to about it, but it's a bigger issue for me of like being sad and crying, and I couldn't cry for I don't know, I can kind of hear the music coming through my headset. I couldn't cry for a long time, most of my life, because of the experiences that I had. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I don't know, this room is really big, and so I feel like it's really echoey, but I can point the camera up and you can see the ceiling. So look at the wall. It's like a 20-foot ceiling in this room. Here's the layout of the room. Is like, here's me at my desk, and then there's the cat tree with the the camera above it. So that's over to my left, and then I have my buddy Joe on my right, and then there's the restroom and everything else. But yeah, you know, like I kind of said in one of my community posts, is that like my parents fought a lot growing up, and they divorced when I was 8. And what's happening? Welcome. Yeah, if you're just coming in, I'm gonna talk about Fat Cat. I'm gonna talk about my history with him, and I want to talk about what happened to him, and also myself, so you guys have a better understanding of why I have the reaction that I'm having. And it's so difficult for me to face because there wasn't a lot of love in my house growing up, and my parents fought a lot, and When my dad left, my mom and I didn't really get along, and it just has been very difficult for me to have like positive emotions, and that's one of the reasons that I'm going to therapy. But I did it. My parents really didn't show a lot of love, and I really didn't feel a lot of love. And one of the things that happened when I got these cats, so I'll talk about how I got the cats and like the conditions under which I got the cats. It's like I can't even like think about it without wanting to cry, and I want to be able to communicate with you guys. But it's hard. I feel like I have to keep stopping and kind of controlling myself because the emotion, it kind of gets out of control. But so Fatty died, which I couldn't even say without crying. So that's a pretty big step for me. He died of heart disease, and I'll tell that story of how that how that progressed. Someone said, "Stay strong, Henry." But yeah. So I want to talk about the progression of his symptoms and how that happened, but also what I was doing, and how I was working and what that was like, because the cats have always been such a big part of my streaming. If you guys don't know, someone said your cat died, haha. It doesn't bother me. It's trolling doesn't get to me, but the cats have always been such a big part of my stream, and as you can see here, I have a cat cam, and so I couldn't continue to create content and go forward with my career, my job, which is what YouTube is and streaming is for me, and I couldn't do that stuff and not do a stream talking about the cats. Thank you for the 199 jellyfish. Good to see you, man. Appreciate the dono. Yeah, I couldn't just go on. There's no way to avoid this. I couldn't just go on doing that stuff and not talk about it publicly, because both of the cats are such a big part of my streaming career from the beginning, from day one. And but having said that, I've been streaming for the past 3.5 years. I've had the cats for 9 years, almost, basically 9 years. And so my relationship with them goes so far beyond just a stream. But if you guys have been fans of the channel, or if you've been following me from Mixer and Twitch, like some of you have been, then you know that I have a cat cam. I've hold them up, show them to the stream, And so anyway, just as far as the content goes, I had to take the time to do something like this. There's no way for me to avoid this, which I kind of did, because I originally wanted to do this a long time, like a few weeks ago. I thought, I need to do this. I need to do this live stream, and I need to do this, talk about Fatty. And I kept avoiding it and pushing it back and not thinking about it. And then even, yesterday, I was going to do it yesterday, but I went to hang out with my friend and we stayed up really late, and so then I woke up late and I didn't want, but I didn't want to do it yesterday because I was really tired and kind of out of it. But even that, I thought I'm just avoiding it, and I'm gonna push it back a day, but I have to do it because I have to go on with my life. I have to start streaming again, and I one of the questions that I faced was, how am I going to stream and be happy and positive, with Fatty gone? And, I can't just pretend, which is why I think I quit streaming. I think I quit streaming when he got his diagnosis. So even while he was getting sicker and sicker, I was still streaming, but I didn't know how serious it was. And so, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, like, as far as like why I'm doing this live stream. And I think it's only going to be an hour or two. I mean, it probably should last an hour, but I'm already 20 minutes in, and I know myself, and I always end up just keep streaming. Thank you guys for showing up, by the way. There's like 700 people in here, which is insane considering it's not even a Roblox stream. But I'm not really reading chat, guys. I am going to read chat, so if you want to save your stories, because I see lots of you saying that you have cats or dogs or pets that have passed away. I am going to read those stories in chat. I will read chat, but I want to go through some stuff first. Angel O the Good with 50 something. I'm not sure what currency that is, but thank you so much for the dono, for the super chat. How did Fat Cat die? He died of heart disease. And so, a lot of you guys, I mean, I think I had 82,000 subscribers when I stopped streaming, and now I'm at 87. So I've gotten like 5,000 new subscribers since I stopped making videos, which is awesome. But I have to assume that most of you guys have been around and are at least kind of familiar with the live streams. And so I'll tell you what happened with him. I guess I can just start with the sickness. And so you guys know, if you guys have been in the TDS community for a while, like, what was happening back in, like, let's say April, right? So April, like March or April, we're all still waiting for the Christmas update, right? And so I'm making videos, not every day, but every couple of days, and I wasn't really streaming. Thank you for the $2, Jason. I really appreciate that. I wasn't really streaming, but I was making videos every day or every couple of days or something, and I was waiting for the update, right? Okay, so March goes by and we get into April, and I'm making good money. I'm making like $2,000 or $2,500, for March and even for April. But basically in April, like, I see my income going up. Okay, so I'm making a little bit more money every month. And my goal at the time, I was living with my mom. And so my goal was to make enough money from YouTube to live on my own, which I'm doing now. And I'll get to that. But this is April. So this isn't that long ago. I'm talking about like 4 months ago. And so in the beginning of April, and this is one thing I'm really grateful for, is I feel like I did everything exactly right for Fatty. It's like everything, I just feel like I was really kind of in tune with him and what was happening, and kind of trying to, live intuitively. And in the beginning of April, I felt like I was making more and more money every month, and that eventually, hopefully, I would get to move out of my mom's house. But that would mean not having a backyard anymore. And so the cats really enjoyed the backyard. And so this is April, beginning of April, and I'm letting the cats in the backyard like every morning for like 30 minutes. It's like a while. Like, I just kind of will just stand out there and let them walk around and sniff and eat grass. And this is the beginning of April. And so they're doing that. And it kind of culminates with the fat cat killing a rabbit, I don't know how old it was, but it was a tiny rabbit. So there's rabbits around, like lots of rabbits around in that neighborhood and in that area. And the fat cat is like hunting them, right? He's like super predator. And he's on different days that I had taken him out in the backyard, they had been like rabbits on the other side of the fence, right? And so he had freaked out. Like he like stuck his arm under the fence and he was like slapping his arm around trying to grab a rabbit. And eventually, so we had a shed in the backyard that was like had a bunch of holes in the bottom, and the rabbits would like be under it. I don't know if they would hide there or if they lived there or what. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. You the man or the woman, whichever one. You the human being. And anyway, it culminates with Fatty going out by this shed really quietly one day and like just sitting. And the next thing I know is he's walking around the corner of this shed with a rabbit in his mouth, and like I'm like, no, because he's gonna get a disease, right? And I'm like, no, and like I go and I try to grab him, and he, super fast runs around me, and he's got like, imagine like a cat. My cats are pretty big, like they're a good solid, medium-sized cat, like good 11, 12 pounds. So imagine this cat with this, rabbit, like baby rabbit hanging out of his mouth, running as fast as he can. Inside the, I think I thanked everyone for the donos. Thank you for the super chats, guys. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry about the air horn. I don't even have the alerts on this. They're just playing. All right. This is not too sad. So maybe it'll be funny that there's a loud air horn and playing while I'm crying. So anyway, he tries to run in the house with the rabbit, and then once he sees that he's not going to get away from me because I grab him, he drops the rabbit, and I put the rabbit back over where he got it from, and it dies like within 5 minutes. It's dead. And that's kind of the culmination of Fatty's life. And so what happened, which is great. So what happens is that he kills the rabbit, and then a couple of weeks later, so this is April, right? So this is like getting towards the end of April. A couple of weeks later, he's not eating all his food. He's eating a little bit, and then he's like going off somewhere, to sit, which is really unusual. And that was my first sign. Okay, so that was the first sign that there was anything, and so that kind of hopefully gives you guys an idea of kind of how quick everything was, because that's like towards the end of April is the first signs, and he's like, so he's eating, like he's meowing at me for food, and he's hungry and he's wanting food, but he eats just a little bit and then he stops and he walks away, which is really weird. And so, yeah, and so this happens for a while, but it's not real consistent. It's like some days he won't eat at all, and other days he eats like normal, all his food. But it happens enough to where I take him to the vet. And so I take him to the vet, and the vet just does like a real like, brief examination where like they take his blood and they look at his kidney levels and everything, and they're like, yeah, he looks, basically he looks okay. And Thank you, man. Doge. Thank you for the $5 and the kind words. Appreciate the dono. And so, the vet's like, he's fine. And then I take him home. And so this is the very end of April, like the last day of April. I take him home and he's fine. Like he's very energetic. He eats all his food. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what was wrong with him, but he's getting older now and he's acting weird. And maybe he doesn't like that food anymore. Maybe I need to give him some new food. So I decide to transition my cats to wet food. Okay, and so I'm trying to transition them from dry food to wet food. And the skinny cat is real picky with what he eats, so he doesn't really want to eat any of the wet food. He just wants to keep eating the dry food that he's been eating. But the fat cat is like, he'll eat anything. That's why he's a fat cat. And so he's eating. I'm doing all these different kinds of wet foods, and he's eating them. He's eating all of them like a champ. But it kind of prevented me from seeing and knowing how much he was eating in relation to how much he had been eating, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because, what's up, Dinosaur Plays? Strong hope life starts to get better. Thank you, Dinosaur Plays, for the kind words. Yeah, I'm not really reading chat now, guys, but I will after I tell these stories. So, basically, he's eating all these different wet foods, but I couldn't really monitor how much he was eating in relation to how much he was normally eating. You guys know what I mean? So I couldn't tell, okay, is he eating more? Is he eating less? Is he eating the same? Is he okay? And the wet food thing lasts a couple of weeks. So this is like, okay, so this is like mid-May, towards the end of May, okay? I'm trying to give him this wet food, right? And it ends because I stopped trying to give it to him, and it ends because he's basically like vomiting from like he's not really eating, he's not really excited about any of the wet food, and that might have been just because he was sick already with heart disease and he didn't really want to eat. But he ends up eating some of this food and vomiting, and then thank you, Angel, thank you for the dono, really appreciate it. He ends up vomiting, and so then I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to put him back on his original dry food because this has been going on for a couple weeks, and it's really stressful because, I'm trying to, they're not eating, and, when the cats aren't, so the cat is sleeping right now, right? You can see him on the cat cam. This is typical behavior for this time of day. Like 10:30 in the morning, he'll sleep until like 1 or 2, and then he'll wake up and eat, and then he'll go back to bed, and then he'll wake up closer to like dinner time, towards my dinner time, towards nighttime, and then he'll be awake. But this is typical. But what they do when they're not eating, and if you guys have pets or if you're responsible for other animals, or people too, I guess, when they're acting unusual, it's like I'm stressed out. Like I'm worried. I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking, when are they going to act normal again? I can't concentrate on what I'm doing, and so I'm like, forget the wet food. Let's get him on just eating normally. I just want him eating regularly, normally. And so I try to put him back on his dry food, and he won't eat it. So this is basically the end of May. And we've gone through this debacle where he's not really eating his dry food. I take him to the vet. The vet says he's fine. Then he's kind of eating his dry food again. So I'm like, I'm going to switch him to wet food. The wet food thing takes a couple weeks. I decide to switch him back to dry food. And so this is the end of May. Okay? End of May, he won't eat his old dry food. Which is okay, because there's like several different brands of dry food that are like the grain free. I think they're healthier, grain free, the way they're made. And there's a different brand that he's eaten in the past. And so I go buy that one. And he'll eat, and he eats it. And this is the thing, is like, this is the end of May, beginning of June. Basically the last time that he was kind of okay and acting kind of normal. So he's eating this, and I'm also going to show you guys pictures if you guys wait long enough. I'm also going to show you pictures that I was taking. I mean, I always take pictures of my cats, but like you'll see pictures and I'll kind of tell you, oh, this is, during this time period. Thank you for the membership, AR1XF. Thank you for the level 1 membership. And thank you, Angel. Thank you, Angel. Hey, I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. You rock. Well, I hope this will help you. This is the last of my money with another 50 of whatever that is. Thank you so much, Angel. So, basically, the end of May, the beginning of June, he gets on this other dry food, and he's eating it, and he's eating a lot of it, and he's sleeping a lot, which to me, I'm thinking, oh, thank God that he's, eating and drinking, again, and, or eating and sleeping. And that's the thing, is like, he's not awake all day, which is what he was doing, is when he was like, feeling uncomfortable, he would just every time I looked at him, he's just kind of staring, which is not normal. And it just always would worry me. And So anyway, he's eating a lot and he's sleeping, so I'm not worried. I'm able to focus on my videos on YouTube, my TDS videos. And so then at the beginning of June, I'm gonna start crying again. So then at the beginning of June, he starts sneezing. And so he's eating a lot and he's sleeping. And then at the beginning of June, for some reason, he just starts to sneeze like a lot, like all throughout the day. And he's not eating. He just stops eating. He doesn't want to eat. He'll meow and he'll ask for food, but then he won't eat it. And he'll put his face in it like he's gonna eat it, but he won't eat it. And so, thank you, Nuclear Fallen King. And so he's sneezing a lot, and I'm thinking, well, there's something in his nose, and he can't smell the food, and that's where the sneezing's coming from, and he needs to go to the vet. And so I get him in. There's a problem right now in America. I don't know if it's like this around the world, but there's a problem right now where all of the vets are like overbooked because everybody working from home, everybody, quarantining, and everybody got pets. So there's a lot more people with pets. So it's really hard for me to get him into a vet. All of the vets are booked. And I'm like, he's not eating now. Like, he needs to go to there's something wrong with him. He needs to go to the vet now because I know him because I've had him for so long. I know something is weird. And so I finally, this is like a Thursday, and he sneezes like all day Thursday, all day Friday. He kind of stopped sneezing as much Saturday and Sunday, but I finally find a vet that'll take him, and they're like, yeah, you can bring him in at like 7 a.m. and leave him here, and then if we have time to get to him, then we'll get to him, and we'll check him out. And so I leave him there at 7 a.m., and this is like, I don't know, this is like the second week of June, so it's not that long ago. It's like 2 months ago. Skinny Kitty is sleeping. I would have a camera on my dead cat. Why is my camera refocusing all of a sudden? I know I turned off autofocus. No, how did autofocus get turned back on? Why don't you stop? So, I take him to the vet and I leave him there, and they do get to him pretty fast. They check him out pretty fast, and the vet says the same thing as like, you take him in and they do blood work. Okay, so they draw blood, so they look at their, like, they can tell their kidney levels because typically pets, cats, and dogs will have messed up kidneys when they get older. They check their kidney values. They check, just their different like blood protein values. They listen to them breathe. They listen to their heartbeat. They listen to them meow. They see how they're acting. And then they kind of make a diagnosis. And so the vet calls me at like really early at like 9 a.m. Thank you for the membership, happy person. The vet calls me at like pretty early, and he says the same thing that the other vet said, or he's like, oh, and I didn't tell you guys this is a different time. I took him to the vet 3 times. So I took him to the first vet at the end of April because I thought that he was sick from killing that rabbit, and they're like, he's fine. Well, I take him to another vet like a month later, a different vet, because I can't get them into the same vet each time. So I find a different vet because I think there's something, because he's eating a little bit and then he's stopping. And so then I'm like, oh, maybe it's his teeth. Like, his teeth are hurting him, and it hurts to chew. So I take him to a different vet, and they listen. They look at his teeth and they listen to his heart and everything. And they say no. They say the same thing. Like, he seems fine. His teeth are fine. And now I take him home and he acts. And that's another thing, is I take him home and he acts fine. But so basically, he's at this third vet, and this is like the middle of June. And I'm really insistent, and I'm like, oh no, like, because that vet calls me, he says the same thing. He's like, his heart sounds fine, you know, he's acting fine, and his values are fine. And I'm like, he's not fine, like there's something wrong. And so what the vet says, and this is really helpful. So this is really helpful, because the vet says, okay, here's what we could do. Is like, I could take an x-ray of his heart, of his chest. So I'm going to take an x-ray of his chest and just see what it looks like, if there's any, like, because they can check for cancer, right? So I'm going to take an x-ray of his chest. And since you're saying that he seems to be having like abdominal issues when he eats, there's a place nearby in Central Texas where I was living, that I could take him for an ultrasound, and they can do an ultrasound on his abdomen to see if there's anything that would be causing him discomfort or causing any issue with him eating and like digesting food, which ends up being the issue. This is how we found the problem. And so I tell him, yeah, go ahead and do the x-ray. And so I think they can actually do the x-ray in-house, like at that vet. They do the x-ray at the vet, and then the vet looks at the x-ray, and then he kind of talks to me about it. So I actually think that's what happens, is that he so he does the x-ray, and he says his heart looks a little big. And so they could kind of tell those things, I guess, because they deal with animals all the time. But he says his heart looks a little big. So what you can do is you can send him to this ultrasound, because it's a specialist. It's a special person that runs the ultrasound machine. And he's like, you can take him there, and they can do an ultrasound of his abdomen, of his digestive system, to see what it looks like. But they can also do an ultrasound of his heart, and that'll give us more information. And so that's scheduled for the next day. So this is the next day after that vet visit, and I take him in, and and they do the ultrasound. So they do the ultrasound on his abdomen, and they tell me, like, so this is like literally like the middle of June, just so you guys know, like timeline wise, like when this is happening. This is like middle of June, so like barely 2 months ago. They do the ultrasound on the abdomen. They say there's definitely thank you, Manhia Doge. Thank you for the $20, man. I really appreciate it. No, I didn't think it was a joke. Appreciate that, man. So, I can't think of the right word. I always forget it, but it's he's definitely got fluid in his abdomen. He's definitely got I guess inflammation is the word they use. So he's got inflammation in his abdomen, and so now the question is, what's causing the inflammation? And so it could be some kind of cancer of the liver. It could be just some kind of general sickness, or it could be heart disease, which is what it is. And so what happens with heart disease, basically, and this is true for people and for animals, is the heart it typically starts to harden. I think it I'm not going to go into explaining how the heart works, but basically the heart starts to stiffen. The heart is it's a muscle, right? So it's really flexible. It pumps. That's all it does, is it just pumps blood all the time, from before you're even born, when you're in your mom's, belly, it's pumping blood. And then it doesn't stop until you die, right? And so that's all it does. But what'll happen with heart disease is it starts to stiffen and it's not as flexible and it's not pumping blood as efficiently as it's supposed to be. And since that's part of the circular system, right? The blood that should be getting pumped is not getting pumped. It goes in a circle, right? And so the blood is going out of the heart into the body, and then when it comes back to the heart, the heart can't continue to pump it like it's supposed to, and so it starts to kind of back up. And it doesn't really have anywhere to go inside the body except into the abdomen. And so it goes into, the person. This happens with people too, the person or the cat's abdomen, and they start to get, and this is what happens to him, is he starts to get really big and bloated. And so anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, they say, okay, it could be these things. So what we could do is we can do an ultrasound specifically on the heart. And we can send that ultrasound to a cardiologist, which is a heart doctor specifically, and he can look at the measurements. And so they kind of know based on just animal well-being, like how big the heart should be and everything. And so they do that, and I mean, it's all the same day, right? So on that day, they do the ultrasound on the heart, and then they send the results off to the cardiologist. And I mean, it comes back that day, and they don't tell me because they're using like legal like talk, right? Because they really got to cover their butts, legally they don't want to say the wrong thing. But they're like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. But I don't know, what does pretty bad mean? Does that mean that he's going to die in a week? You know what I mean? Like, does that mean that, what he has can be treated with medication and he'll be okay? So I don't really ask about like life expectancy, right? Like, I'm just like, oh man, okay, I take the information they give me. So they're basically like, it's bad. This is what the ultrasound woman tells me based off of the report written by the cardiologist, is that it's pretty bad, but your vet will call you tomorrow and we'll talk to you about it. And so the vet calls on the next day, and he says the same thing, where it's like, yeah, he needs to get on medication. This is the situation. He's got heart disease, really, really bad, advanced heart disease. And so that's one of the challenges with cats, and maybe with dogs, I don't know as much. But by the time they start to act weird, there's something really wrong with them. Like, they're really in the advanced stages of some kind of sickness. And so that's what happens, is basically by the time that he doesn't feel like eating, his heart is like beyond, saving, you know what I mean? And so that's basically what happened, is like, he just didn't want to really, and he never really ate again. That's the thing, is like, that's why it really makes me so sad to think about him sneezing, because for whatever reason, why ever that happened, that was the dividing line between him, his kind of last, few days of being healthy and eating and sleeping and loving, and then him really not eating. He really didn't eat after that. And so it was really hard, because he would eat a little bit, very, very, very little bit. But I kept him around until July 10th, is finally when I felt like it was time, to put him to sleep. But he really stopped eating and all of that like the month before. It was like beginning of June. And so I just can't imagine going all that time without really eating and just being super hungry. And so basically that vet calls me and he says, okay, so yeah, he's got bad heart disease and he needs to be on medication. And so I start putting him on the medication, putting him on the pills. He's got several pills, 2 pills. He ends up having to take 3 different pills a day. I guess that's right. It just doesn't make a difference. So this is like This is getting towards the end of June, just so to kind of give you guys like a mental map of like the timeline if you're following me. So this is like end of June, getting towards the end of June. As he gets on the it's only 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks from when that doctor told me, yeah, he's got heart disease. That's why he's not eating. And him dying. 3 weeks. So it happened really fast for me. And once I got that diagnosis, that's kind of when I stopped uploading. I don't know, you guys have probably noticed that like I kind of stopped creating original content. Like I started re-uploading stuff, and then I just stopped uploading. I made very little original content. Was because I got that diagnosis, and I nobody told me that he was gonna die soon, right? Because they only tell you, well, you never know, he could live for a long time with the medication. I kind of wish they would have told me more directly, like, yeah, I mean, it's basically, the meds probably aren't gonna help, just because of how bad he is. I think they knew that, but they didn't say it, which is fine. But I acted that way anyway. I acted like he's got heart disease. He's not eating. He's not sleeping. Like, he's not going to live like this for a very long time. And so I started taking time away from I didn't stream anymore. I didn't make any more videos. And like really all I would do, if you guys are wondering what I was doing for the last few weeks of his life, I didn't know they were the last few weeks. You know what I mean? Like I just knew that he was sick, and that let me know if you guys don't like the music. I'm not listening to it. I'm just kind of putting it on. I don't know, lo-fi. I'm trying to find just like lo-fi chill music or something. And so let me get comfortable. Developing heart disease for an adult cat is really rare. Well, apparently it's 10%. 10% of cats, that's the number. 10% of cats. Thank you, Chet. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you stopping by. So apparently, yeah, 10% of cats get heart disease. And so this is where I'm at. I'm at the towards the end of June. I have the diagnosis. I'm not really making any videos. I'm literally just taking time to stop and just be with the cats, and one of the things that the fat cat always used to do that I really liked was that he would get in my lap a lot. And he stopped doing that. He didn't want to be touched. He wouldn't look at me. And so basically what I would do is I would just kind of get close to him. I would go lay next to him, or kind of put the back of my hand on, like, near him, like on his, like next to him, like not on him, because he didn't feel good. And so he didn't really want me touching him. And if I stopped making videos because it takes so much time to make those videos that, like, what I would do is I would just stop. I would just stop working or whatever I was doing, and I would just go sit with him, because lots of the time he'd go sit in the garage. And it was super hot. I lived in Texas, and so it was like June, end of June, in the garage in Texas. It was like super hot out there, but that's where he wanted to be. And so I would just go sit out there with him for like an hour and just sweat and just, talk to him, or sit next to him, or lay out there. And I let him in the backyard a lot. Because I knew that, so I let him in the backyard a lot at that time because, I knew it was probably like his last, last chance to go out there and to, enjoy that, which he went out there a lot. I have a lot of, do you regret taking him to the backyard? No, nothing could be done. I mean, there's nothing I did that caused the heart disease. There's nothing I could have done that would have prevented it or would have saved him or anything. And so, basically, yeah, I let him in the backyard. So that's why I wasn't really uploading. I would just stop whatever I was doing, and I would just take like a 3 or 4 hour break. I'd go, if they're both on my bed, I'd go lay on my bed and take a nap with them and just lay there. And so that's basically what I did for the last few weeks of his life, and that's why I wasn't really uploading. I think even up until the end, I think actually maybe into July I was doing into July is when I was doing the reposts, right? Like I was re-uploading stuff. And so that was like the first week of July, but I mean, it was just no matter what I did, as far as like I gave him all the medication, and it just didn't make a difference. He never got better. He never changed, and he just kept getting bigger. And that was the thing that was really like scary for me. Was every day I'd look at him, he'd be a little bit bigger, but he's not eating. So he's not eating, but he'd be a little bit bigger. By the end he was huge. So basically, yeah, at the end was basically the last 2 days of his life, he wasn't eating or sleeping at all. Like, so up until that point, he would kind of eat. Like, I would get him these special cat treats that he really liked, and he would lick all of the like juice from inside of it, and he would eat a few pieces of it. So he's still, I don't know. I was like just holding on to anything to just hope that he would make it here. So I'll finish this. So basically July 9th, I didn't see him sleep at all, and he didn't eat at all. And that was unusual because even though he was feeling bad before, he would still sleep sometimes. He'd fall asleep. It wasn't very often, and he wouldn't sleep for very long. But I would see him sleeping sometimes. And so on July 9th, he wasn't sleeping at all, and he didn't eat at all. Thank you so much, Elite, for the 20. Very sorry for your loss. Fat Cat must have been very grateful. What do you plan to do now after that? Yeah, I'm gonna get into my plans after I tell the stories of the cat story. So I'm telling the story of Fatty dying and the kind of what I went through in the last few weeks, and then I want to talk about. I have a bunch of pictures. I have pictures, like 5 years of pictures that I want to go through, and then I'm gonna get into. I'm going to get into like what I want to do, but it's tough. I'll talk about it. It's tough to come back. It's tough to come back after taking like five or 6 weeks off. I feel like Humble Child. Took a bunch of time off, and then he came back for a little bit, and then he left and he never came back. It's like tough when you get out of it, and it's like almost like, man, it's been so long since I've made anything. It's like, like how do I come back? What do I make my first video? Anyway, thank you so much for the 20. Congratulations on 100K subs and your verification. I'm very excited. Very excited for the TDS content creators to start getting some recognition in the YouTube community. Yeah, if you guys are not subbed to Elite, he's another great TDS content creator. I'm sure you know who he is. He has more subs than me. So, I love that. Oh man, I love the check mark on YouTube. So I was verified on Mixer before they closed. I never got verified on Twitch, even though it's one of my goals. So I'm very excited to be verified on YouTube. I love the check mark. So anyway, basically, yeah, he didn't sleep at all on July. I'm going back to Fat Cat now. He didn't sleep at all on July 9th. And I mean, I woke up on July 10th, and it's the same thing. He wasn't. Thank you so much, Pro Gamer, for the 1,000 CRC. Ban Coco. Thank you so much for the $2, Maddie Heath. Appreciate that. Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on. I was trying to ban in Streamlabs, and Streamlabs is trash, so you can't ban in Streamlabs. So I have to go to a web browser. Oh, I don't even see Coco talking now. Oh, we all have a common enemy. Coco is uniting us. Dude, people hate on Fat Cat's death in my Discord server. Like, what? I can't. That's the best I can do is tag them. Yeah, but like I need a... They have to say something. Can't find his name. Whatever. Stop being a troll. I don't see their name in chat. Anyway, let me finish this story because I've been streaming for an hour and I want to move on. And so they left. If I see him in chat, I'll ban him again. I know who they are. I'm so sorry. I wish I could turn off that freaking that air horn. Seemed like a good idea. Yo, I don't think they know what losing a cat feels like. Thank you so much for the $2, Maddie. Really appreciate it. All right, so basically, yeah, I mean, I woke up on July 10th, and it was the same thing where, like, he was awake when I woke up. I didn't really see him sleeping. Seemed like it was hard for him to breathe. He was massive. He was, like, really, really big when he really shouldn't have been big because he wasn't eating. So I knew that he was getting, like, his heart was still not pumping even with the medication, and he was just continuing to fill up with fluid, which was continuing to make him uncomfortable, which is continuing to make him not eat and not sleep. Thank you for the 79 pounds, Abstract Darkness. I think that's a pound. Thank you for this, the 0.79 pound. And so I actually, on July 10th, I actually took him to the hospital, the pet hospital, because I don't know, man. You know, you just don't want to think with like an animal like that, you know, now I'm driving them to get euthanized, you know? Like you always want to think that there's some hope or some chance, and I think it's crazy that there's still people coming in saying, "Oh my God, he died. I didn't know." Yes, there's Coco. Okay, thank you, Coco. Hold on. Okay, I think I did it. And so I took him to the hospital, and I was thinking that they could drain the fluid. There's like a procedure that they can do to drain all that fluid, because it's literally like just a bunch of like fluid in there, around their lungs and in their abdomen, around their intestines, and they can stick like a little needle in there and remove it. But I mean, I took him. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for the $1. I took him to the hospital, and the doctor came and talked to me and was like, you know, we can do the procedure and we can remove that fluid, but you know, he still has a really bad heart disease and it's going to come back, and you know, there's all these other like health complications that I won't get into, But yeah, you can have bad health complications. You can have like a stroke or like a blood clot. So like the cat, I mean, a cat can get an animal with heart disease can develop a blood clot, which is really painful. And um, I just talked to the vet for a while about my options and the situation, and just decided to put him to sleep because there was no way to get back to the way things were, because the medication wasn't going to make a difference. And I just decided to go ahead, since I was at the vet's office, was just to put him to sleep. And so they brought him in. Yeah, what's up, Bullet Warning? They brought him in and he was like on oxygen. They like had him in like a fish tank. And they were like giving him oxygen. Because they thought that, and they were probably right. Because I didn't even know this was an option, but they were probably right. But they were like, well, we think he has water in his lungs. He has liquid in his lungs, which is making it hard for him to breathe, which means he's not getting as much oxygen, and which is part of the reason of why he feels bad, is he can't get oxygen. Zingy, thank you for the $5. Thank you for the $5 and the positive words. Yeah, well, yes, it could lead to, yeah, exactly, hyper. It could lead to, so to remove the water from the lungs is a more expensive, a more painful process, because you're trying to prevent pneumonia. And so they brought him in that fish tank, and they had oxygen, like an oxygen tube going in there, giving him oxygen. So I think that, that probably did make him feel better. I think it did feel, better after he was getting that oxygen. He was probably the best he had felt in a while, because when they brought him in, and this is something that he would do at like when I would take him to the vet, is he would be really really happy and like really affectionate, and he would like, really more than usual come, like, be really happy to see me. And so they bring him in the fish tank and with the oxygen, and he's like meowing a lot, and he was just meowing a lot, and he was really like energetic about me petting him. Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I I did cuss, yes. I cuss in real life. I just try to make an effort not to do it. I know. I just remembered I had chicken in the oven. I forgot to take my chicken out. It was burning. Yeah, my chicken was burning in the oven, so I had to go take it out. So they brought him in, and chicken right. Yeah, that's what I'm having after the stream, Jordan. They brought him in, and he was, very vocal, meowing a lot, like very, very energetic about me petting him, which he hadn't been. He hadn't been in at least a couple of weeks, in at least a few weeks, if not longer. And so he would look at me. He was like really, really, yo, what's up, Ducky? He was really, really looking at me. And so it was just all these things that he hadn't been doing in the time leading up to, to that moment. Was, I felt like I really got to, be with my cat, that I really, he acted like his old self from before he had gotten sick, which was, weeks and months, and so it's like being at the vet, being ready to euthanize him and having him act like that was really a, best case scenario, because it had been so long, and, I had forgotten what that was like to have that. Thanks for the 50, Angel. Thank you for the 50. You found some more money to donate. Thank you. And I got to spend like 20 minutes with him, and we just hung out and just pet him and listened to him meow and looked at him. And so the vet comes in. So the vet, you let him know when you're ready, and the vet comes in, and so the vet comes in, and I took him out of the fish tank and put him in my lap. Because that's how you always want, not everybody gets that. Not everybody has that opportunity, but that's how you want them to go, when you love them and you care about them. And, I put him in my, I put him in my lap, and you just pet him, and, I could, he's purring, and, you're telling them that they're good. Telling him that he's a good cat. And then they kill him. And, his tail's wagging, and then, they give him, they put him to sleep. They actually put them to sleep, right? They give him a medication to make him fall asleep, knock him out. And then they put a oh, sorry, that's gross. And then they put him, and then they give him a medication to stop their heart. And so I just sat there after that, and I sat there with him. They let you stay there for as long as you need to be there. And so I just sat with him in my lap. And it was really weird, because the way he was laying in my lap was basically, a way that he would lay when he'd sit with me. And so it, he, when they die, their eyes are open. And so he's laying there with his eyes open in my lap after, after he's died, and he just looks so much like he's awake, like he's alive. And I just pet him, and um I sat like that for a while, and then I took him over to, they have a table, and then they had a blanket on the table, and I put him on the blanket and put him in, so after he's dead, his body's limp, and so I put him up there, and then I kind of put him into a ball, how cats lay. I kind of put him into a ball like that, and just put my arms around him, and sat there for like I was there for like an hour and a half, like just like sitting in that room with him. Roblox guy says, could you keep him alive? No, I couldn't. He was dying. He had heart disease. So he had if you guys don't know, yes, he had heart disease. His heart was intense sniff. His heart wasn't pumping blood. Yeah, he wasn't eating, he wasn't sleeping, and at some point you just you have to euthanize them because they're unhappy and they're uncomfortable, and one thing that, even though he wouldn't really let me touch, he didn't really like me touching him, and he didn't really like me, he wouldn't really look at me, at the end, for the last, few weeks of his life, he did always swish his tail, when I would talk to him. You guys know, if you guys have cats or something, and like, if you say something to him, and you have a really good relationship with them and stuff, they respond. Or maybe you don't need a good relationship, I don't know. But anyway, he'd always swish his tail. So yeah, that was kind of the last way that he would acknowledge me. Would it cost too much to fix his heart? You can't fix. I mean, you can't fix it. I mean, people get heart disease too. It's just the heart's alive the same way the rest of your body is, and if it starts to die, you can't stop it. And so yeah, and so that's basically the story. Is it not sad music? I can just turn the music off. I don't need to have music on. I just thought it'd be might be better than just nothing. But yeah. I mean, thanks if you guys sat here for the past hour and listened to this story. I appreciate that. That's the whole story. Is how he went from basically, at the beginning of April, he was basically healthy, normal. And then at the beginning of July, I basically just 3 months I had to put him down. So that's the story. That's how he got sick and died, Thank you, Jellyfish, for the $1.99. So to kind of put that into context, I was kind of trying to make sure you guys knew like what stage of this, deterioration he was in for each month. Because if you guys remember what I said, is that at the beginning of April he was okay, and then by the end of April I had to take him to the vet because he wasn't really eating, right? And then May was when I was trying to get him to eat the wet food, right? And he wasn't really eating it, And then June, like mid-June is when I got whenever like, I got the diagnosis, and like They're talking about, he's still, he sneezed a lot and then he's not eating at all and he's not or I guess he's just sleeping, but he's not eating very much and everything. Thank you, sweet. Appreciate the kind words. So I'm telling you guys that timeline because as you know, what happens at the beginning of May? So the whole time that this thing is happening, that Fatty is like getting sick, like getting sicker and heading towards his inevitable end. TDS updates like May 7th. But, that's the update was May 7th. You go look at my YouTube. Go look at my YouTube and look at how many videos I made leading up to like May 7th because, right, they delayed the update, right? And then there was like all this information going around. So I'm working like crazy. Thank you for the $10 XD and the troll face. Appreciate it, man. I don't know why the troll face is there, but thank you for the 10. So the whole time that he's sick and getting sicker, I'm literally like going crazy with like making videos. Thank you, Rage. Appreciate the 20, man. Thank you for the kind words. Much love, homie. Thanks for the support. Rage. Rage really knows Fatty, man. He's been there since the beginning. Rage has been there since the beginning. Basically. I guess like 6 months in, maybe. Disquit with the $10. Thank you so much, Disquit. Me and Sweet are really sorry for what happened. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much, Disquit. Okay, Topaz. Sounds good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. So, yeah. So what I was saying was that the whole time that TDS is updating and I'm making all those videos about, every day I'm making 1 or 2 or 3 videos. You go back and look at like, after TDS updates and I'm making like 3 videos a day. I wasn't sleeping. I was sleeping like 2 hours a day or something, 2 or 3 hours. And, meanwhile, Fatty's not eating. I know he's sick. Like I know that something's wrong with him, but I'm like, I don't know exactly what it is. Okay, sounds good, Ace. Thanks for stopping by. So it's like the whole time that I'm like, anyway, okay, so I'm the cat is sick. This is May and June. So I do something like 40 videos in May. You'll look at count all the videos I made from May 1st to May 31st. $40 videos in May. I end up only making 20 in June, but it's just fine because I still make a bunch of money from it. But those are the months when everything changed. So the whole time that the fat cat is sick, I'm like grinding out these videos. My channel is blowing up. I went from making like $2,000 or $2,500 a month to $12,000 or I made $12,000 in May and $13,000 in June. And so that's why I had to do it. That's why I had to grind out those videos, was because this was the result, was massive success for my channel, which meant I could get what I wanted, which is living on my own again, moving out of my mom's house, doing what I want. Those are the things that really would make me happy, would be to be independent again, to be on my own again, to have my own space, to, decorate the way I want, and it's like, I ended up living with my mom for 2.5 years, which I didn't expect when I moved in. I always kind of hoped that I could get successful as a content creator within 3 years was my goal when I moved in, which is pretty insane that I did it in 2.5. And I did it in such a way that was like, I could not have predicted that I would, YouTube would save the day. And to the degree that it's thousands and thousands of dollars is crazy. Thank you, sweet. Appreciate that. So what one of the things, thank you normies for the $2. Would be sad again. Rip boys, can I get a hooyah? That's there. I read it. Happy person said hooyah. Gravity said hooyah. Wait, is hooyah from something? I thought that was like what the army said. So yeah. So basically, with my success on YouTube, the entire time that I was like really, really successful on YouTube, the cat was sick and dying. It's what Mr. East said. Oh, okay. It's a vine? It's a vine. You guys are way too young to know what a vine is. Oh, gotcha, Gravity. All right. I'm not really reading chat yet. I'm almost there. I'm kind of seeing what y'all are saying. But, yeah, what's up, guest? Yes, I remember you, guest. New Bob. You don't have to say, do you remember me? Yes, guest. I remember you. So one of the things that I really, 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 really wanted from, being successful as a content creator was living on my own with my cats. Living on my own, giving them their own space, giving them, letting them have like little areas where they could go and, like seeing what they're gonna like, where are they gonna sit, what are they gonna do, what's it gonna be like? It had been so long. I lived with my mom for 2.5 years, but I was living with my sister before that for like 2.5 years, It had been a long time, 5 or 6 years since I'd lived on my own with the cats. And I really wanted to live on my own with the cats again. And that was one of the things that really upset me was that, he died so fast. Fatty died so fast. Was like, I just really wanted to get here. I wanted to get all of us here, my whole little family here, me and Skinny and Fatty. And I just couldn't do it. There was nothing I could do about it. My cats really appreciate what I've done for him. Sweet. Yeah. Well, they don't act like it. He never says thank you. Look at this. He gets his own cam. He never said thank you for putting me on my own cam. He's awake. He just like readjusted himself. Edie. Edie. What are you doing? Edie, I know you're awake. Hey. I could probably get him to look at me. I don't want to disturb him too much. And so, yeah, I don't know. I could just sit here and keep crying about it and talking about it. What's up, Photon? If Skinny Kitty died, you're gonna cry. Well, that's the fact, is that he turns 11 next. He turns 11 next week. I think he's more or less like, a week and a half away from his 11th birthday. It's like he was born like September 3rd. I don't know exactly, but it was like beginning of September. So, 11's really old. 11's really old for an animal. And here's the thing with the fat cat is that like I think about it And, one of the reasons I wanted to do the stream was to talk about it, because I don't really talk about it. And if I think about it, I don't really need to push myself to the point where I'm going to cry. But I really think that it's going to help me. Dude, this camera keeps resetting its settings. I keep saying... keep setting it to something, and then it'll just automatically like turn itself back on to like autofocus. I wish Dinosaur. I wish 15 was my goal. Now I'm too dark. 15 was my goal. I would have really, really been happy to get both of them to 15. But that's the thing is, like, even if they both make it to, even if they both made it to 15 or something, I'd still have to go through this. They'd still die. And so what I keep coming back to and thinking about is the fact that, so I have all these pictures I want to show you guys, but what I keep coming back to is the fact that they lived a great life. Fatty lived a great life. You know what I mean? That's the reality of the situation, is like, I can be as sad about it. Okay, I have to. It's a lot of photos and videos. I have to let it load. And so I go through all these pictures, and I'm like looking at all these pictures, and reminiscing about him and thinking about him, and it just occurs to me. I was like, this is his experience, of life. This is his experience of our relationship. Is all of these pictures and videos of like him, being comfy in the cat tree, him being comfy in my lap, him, playing with his brother or laying with his brother or fighting with his brother. And it's like, I want him to still be alive, or I wanted him to live for, another couple of years, so that we could have, so that he could sit on my lap more, and he could greet me in the morning more, and he could, would be waiting for me at the door more, all these things that he was already doing and he already did. And it just occurred to me, it's like, I look at these pictures and I think about how good good our times were together, and how happy he looks. And that was his life, and so it's like, what more can you ask for, in your relationship with your pets, where it's like, I got to be there, he got to die in my lap, I got to be there at the end, talking to him. He didn't die from, he didn't die young. He didn't die from an accident, wasn't hit by a car, and all these things happen, they happen to somebody every day. They happen to people, they happen to pets. So, yeah, I mean, so I want to go through these pictures, but I just feel like, this is just something I want to do to share with, you guys. This is what my relationship with him was like. It wasn't him being sick. This is more me talking to myself, but I kind of forgot. I mean, it was so stressful for so long, weeks and at least a few months, that you forget, what it was like when it was easy. And so the pictures remind me, but this is basically, these pictures and videos of, this is our time together. And I could hear that air horn go off every time. Yo, XT, thank you for the $10, man. Appreciate that. I think that's all I missed. All right. When do you think you're going to release more videos? That's what I'm trying to do. And so I don't want to talk about that yet, but I want to take some time to look through these pictures and videos. I'm thinking the stream is going to end in the next 30 minutes or the next 45 minutes or the next like hour. So 2-hour stream, 2.5-hour stream. So that's there's plenty of time to get into all that. But I want to look at the pictures. But, that's what I'm doing is trying to, publicly acknowledge what happened and face it. And I don't know. I don't know how other content creators, I don't know. How, you guys tell me, do you have a big content creator that you watch that had a dog or a cat or a pet that died that they really like loved and cared about? How do you handle that? And, it's so this is something I started saying at the beginning of the stream that I didn't really finish, was that there wasn't a lot of love in my house growing up with my parents, and they fought a lot and they ended up getting divorced. And so it was very difficult for me to form caring, loving relationships with people. But, I adopted these cats 9 years ago. Because it was the first time that I was in a position where I could responsibly have a pet, and I had always wanted cats, and yeah, that's where I'm gonna start right here. So basically, let me go back to this one. I was working at Chili's. I'm gonna tell a whole story. This stream is about me, and I'm telling my stories. So I was working at Chili's as a bartender. I was finishing my undergraduate degree in business. I was getting ready to go on to my master's degree in business, and my roommate had moved out. And I was about to move in a couple of months to my own place for grad school, and so that was fine. So my roommate moved out, and I was like, oh, I'm living on my own. I have enough money, and I want to get cats. And so I went to the pound one day, and I looked at all the cats, and none of them really stood out. None of them really grabbed me. But I looked at all the cats, and I looked at the dogs, and I kind of just was just taking my time. I wasn't in a rush, so I'm checking them out and seeing if I connect with any of them. I don't really connect with any of them. There's some old ones, some young ones, and I sleep on it. I say I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see how I feel tomorrow. And so I wake up the next day, and I'm like, yeah, let's get a cat, or let's get 2 cats. That was my goal, was to get 2 cats. I wanted to get a young cat and an old cat, because everybody wants a young cat. So I was like, I'm gonna get a young cat and an old cat, and I decided to go to PetSmart. If you guys don't know, PetSmart is just a big pet supply store here in America. And so I go to PetSmart, and I'm getting, cat litter, cat food, litter box, toys, all the stuff that I would want to have at home already, and then bring the cats into that environment. And so I'm there, I'm buying all this stuff. It's pouring rain, first of all. Pouring rain. This is October of 2012. So before a lot of you were born. October 2012. Pouring rain. I get all the stuff right that I want, and I'm like, because I'm like, let me go look at the animals they have here. Because if you guys don't know, the local pound will take animals, will take cats, right? They'll take cats from their collection of cats, and they'll put them at PetSmart to try and adopt them, right? So people walking through PetSmart can see them through the glass, right? Oh, that's a cute animal. I want to adopt that. And so I go check out the animals, and I walk in, and there's 4 cats. And I don't even remember the first 2. It's as soon as I walked into that little room, there were these cats, the fat cat and the skinny cat, and they were at the other end.
and they were meowing. And I don't remember if all the cats were meowing, but I remember these cats meowing a lot. And the skinny cat was, I don't know how I remember this specifically, but the skinny cat was rubbing himself on the door of the cage, right? Like, so he's meowing and he's on the door, like rubbing his body on the door. So he's really easy to pet, right? Like I go up and I can pet him. And Fatty is meowing they're both meowing like really intensely, like really insistently. And Fatty is meowing just as much, but he's not getting up. He's still laying down. And he's like loafed up, right, with his arms under him. And I remember thinking, he wants love, but he's too lazy to get up and come get it. And it's a pretty good description of him. He ended up being super needy. He really wanted love, but he was also lazy, also lazy. But I don't know if it wasn't worth his effort to get up and rub himself on the cage until he knew he wasn't gonna do it until he knew you were gonna come over and pay attention to him. And I just thought, so when you just look at them for the first time, they look identical, right? And so I thought, this is too funny. They look they look exactly the same. Like, how funny would it be to have two cats that look exactly the same? So I got them. I was like, yeah, so let's get them. And so I didn't know that you were supposed to like buy a pet carrier. That's like something that you're supposed to do. Is like, they were like real weird with me when I was like, oh, you want to put them in a box? I was like, can you just get me a box from the back? And so they got me two like smaller boxes from the back, and I drove a truck at the time. I didn't have the awesome smart car I have now, and I have cat food, cat litter box, everything in the bed of my truck getting soaked with me and my buddy in the cab. And these two cats in these like wet cardboard boxes between us. And I took them home and let them out. And, I still remember them going around and I was watching Netflix with my friend that I went to adopt the cats with that night. And because we put all their stuff out and we kind of watched them, and then we just let them roam around, and we like watch Netflix, and we're sitting there, and I turned to him and I said, I wonder if they're happy, because this is later in the day, so they'd been there for a few hours. I was like, I wonder if they're happy being here. And the way the couches and the chairs were set up is like, I had my own chair because it was my place, right? So I had a really big chair to myself, and my buddy was on the couch. And so I say that to him, and then he turns to me and he's like, well, this one is purring his head off. So yeah, I think they're happy. And it was I look and the skinny cat is laying next to him on the couch. I didn't even know he was over there. But he's laying there and he's just purring, and it's like, yeah, that's they were just super happy. We connected immediately. I don't know how you could ever replace that. You like have to go. So yes, my plan is to get another cat. Not to replace Fatty. But because one, I really like having multiple cats, I'm probably going to end up with like 4 or 5 or 6 eventually. But I really think it's important for pets to have 2, so that they have someone to hang out with. So I do want to get another one, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot like these, where I'm just gonna go to the pound and see if I connect with anything. I'm a little worried because I have to make sure that the new cat gets along with Skinny Kitty, and I don't know how to best prepare for that. But
I think that if I can get a female, because these are Skinny Kitty and Fatty Catty are boys, are male, and I think if I can get a female, maybe there'll be less aggression and they'll get along faster or easier. So I know that getting a kitten is the best thing. If I got a kitten, I know that he'd get along with it, and the kitten would grow up in the next couple years and they'd be fine. But I don't know if I want a kitten. I don't know if I want the time commitment to a kitten. Somebody asked earlier if they had real names. Yeah, their real names are Fat Cat and Skinny Kitty. That's their real name. That's their name when I take them to the vet. Yeah, when I adopted them, they had some stupid name like Nomad. One of them, I think Skinny Kitty was Nomad, and Fat Cat was MJ or Vice, something like that. Like, who cares? So, thank you, Stark fam. I don't see Mage Accelerator talking in chat. You reported him? All right. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story about me. He died from heart disease, cringe. So that's the story of me adopting them. Okay, I just told you the story of me adopting them, right? So here is the very first picture that I have. I have older pictures, but I don't really know where they went. I think they were like on an older computer, or I switched phones or something. But this is the oldest picture that I have of either one of them, and it is from March 2nd, 2015. What? Right? Yeah, I guess that's right. So that's after. Okay, so I think what happened is I had a bunch of pictures and they were like on a computer, and that computer was actually my first streaming computer in 2018, but it got a virus. It got corrupted. Or the boot disk got corrupted or something, and so it had to be completely like wiped, and I lost everything on it, which was probably lots of pictures of the cats. So this is actually 2.5 years after I adopted them. So I'd already had them for 2.5 years by this point. So I'm not really going to be watching the chat here, guys. I've gone through how Fatty died the last couple of months. I've gone through adopting them, and now I want to go through the pictures. And so, obviously, this is the Fat Cat. This is the Skinny Kitty. This is after I finished grad school. So I guess I'm sitting on the chair here with my laptop, and this is just so cute. I had to take a picture like there on either side of me. Also, I want to note that my relationship, how does that look? Actually, shoot, I don't know, because this is kind of covered up. Can you see the pic with me being in front of it? I could just, hold on. There we go, that's much better. Oops. So this is them in my lap from March. This is them in my chair. I guess I used to put a sheet over my chair because they get cat hair on it. I don't remember that, but I guess. These are old. Okay, so these get older pretty quickly. I can actually tell you. This is from okay, this is from the end of 2015, beginning of 2016. This is Skinny Kitty. So you can see him. He's got, this is the space between the eyes. He's got kind of white and like gray. Fatty is all white. That's how you can tell the difference. Is Fatty, this whole area right here is white. So that's Skinny Kitty looking cute. Here's Fatty. So you can see how it's all white between the eyes. He's in my old food carrier. So this is from like probably beginning of 2016. Here they go, laying together. So there's a ton of pictures of them together. And that's the thing that really, really to this day bothers me, is like, because I sleep from like, 9 or 10 o'clock at night until like 6 a.m.
And the skinny cat is up, he's looking out the window, he's walking around. And these two guys would like hang out together all night. So that's one of the reasons I want to get another cat is so that, is this going in order? Hold on. I want to get another cat so they have someone to be with. It's not going in order. Hold on. It got messed up. I think. I can't use the arrows. Since why can I not just use the arrows to just go through the pictures? Anyway, so here's a picture of Fatty. So this is my apartment that I had when I was in grad school. This is like right after I redecorated it. Fatty's on the couch. So some of these are videos. Okay, it's just gonna like keep playing the videos. Here's one where they're fighting. I actually have a lot. I have a ton of those videos where they're fighting. All right, I guess I have to click on these like individually. All right, I banned Mage Accelerator. Okay, so this is when I first moved. Yeah, this is probably the boring part. This is going to be really entertaining for me, but I don't know about you guys. But this is when I first moved to California. This is them looking out the window of the. I lived with one of my sister's friends, so this is her house. But this is them looking out the window. This is me doing something on my computer, in my bed. Everything I had basically fit in one room, which was not great. But this is them. Oh, it's kind of a dumb picture. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of pictures like this. Them laying together, looking really cute. Is this? Yeah, you can see what I thought was cute, right? This is like what I think is cute, so I take a bunch of pictures of it. He's hugging him. Dude, this is look how cool they look, man. I love this picture. So this is Fatty and this is Skinny, laying next to one another, but the light from the window is only hitting Fatty. It's funny. This is me and Fatty in. So I got my own place. I moved out and I got my own apartment in like June of 2016. Okay? And so this is me and Fatty sitting on the bed in my new place. June of 2016. I did not have air conditioning there. And so it was June in California. So it was super hot. And one day we all basically just laid on my bed. And Skinny Kitty's like doing this, but he's on the other side of me. But this is Fatty laying on his back because it's so hot. I think this is another. Yeah, here's another pic. They're so cute from the same place. What is this? Oh, that's a video. So I ended up moving in with my sister because my sister was living with my dad, and then my dad died. And so this is now after I moved in with my sister. So this would be like July or August of 2016. The Skinny Kitty reading a book. As Fatty. Okay. Well, I didn't go through all these pictures, so all these, yeah. It's kind of a short video. Okay. There's just videos of them laying there, right? So he's playing with a string. That's probably Skinny Kitty.
Um, this is me laying with Skinny Kitty. So here's a video. He's like squished. He's like squished next to him. Okay, maybe I should have gone through these pictures. A lot of these are from my Snapchat. Here's another video. Yeah, I make lots of jokes about my cats being gay. Or I used to. Harry, get a cat barrier because the cats will hiss one another. Yeah, I would definitely keep them separated for a while. No, typical. All right, see you, Far's eyes. All right, this isn't as exciting as I thought it was. Do you guys want me to keep doing this? I thought it'd be. I guess I can go to like more recent pictures and videos. This is like all the. This is them asking for food. Fatty didn't get fed. I don't see 02 in chat. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going through these. This is kind of funny because it's like just playing all the videos. Yeah. That's Skinny Kitty. Oh, I don't pet him? Oh, is that the last video you're going to play? So here's Fatty. Oh, I see Christian Gaming. I see you. Why y'all say capitalism? What's my Discord server called? Just Harrison Things. Wait, why isn't that a link? There you go. All right. Try to find a good one. Anyway, I thought I'd I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I'll go through all the pictures. No, I don't really want to go through all the pictures. So here's him sitting in my chairs, fatty. You're going to see, so if you guys look at these pictures with me, you're going to see that look at this look. He's so much more intense than the skinny kitty's more eyes closed, happy, smiling. Fatty is looking intensely. Always wanting food or something. Okay, hopefully this is... Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. Hey. Okay, do you guys know what Snap Spectacles are? Do you guys know what Snapchat Spectacles are? Give Skinny Kitty a pet for you, or I will do. So, Snapchat Spectacles are what you see Fatty wearing right here. So, Snapchat made an attempt to make these glasses basically that have Wi-Fi in them or Bluetooth in them. And you record with these cameras here, and there's a little button on the camera that records, and it automatically uploads what you record to your Snapchat story. So this is what he's wearing. But I had some, and I recorded some videos of me using them. Hey. Anyway. I did not think this out very well. Here they are, sitting in my lap. This is our daily activity. Kitty's in my lap. That's Fatty. That's Skinny. Skinny. I haven't seen that in forever. All right, I'll go to more recent pictures. Lots of videos. So I can kind of show you guys. I don't know if you'll really be able to tell, but here, I can show you the last picture I took of Fatty. There you go. Oh, yo. Brandon, thank you so much for the $2. Really appreciate that, man. Good to see you. So here's the last picture I took. This is Fatty. And this is Skinny. And I don't think you can really tell. This is the last picture, but this is earlier in the morning. Look. So this is how close they are. I mean, they're just so... This is why I feel bad for Skinny Kitty not having his buddy around and not have... I really make an effort to hang out with Skinny Kitty every day for an hour, at least an hour. Play with him, pet him, talk to him, because they're so close. So Fatty didn't like... I mean, like I said, for the last few weeks of his life, for the last few months, he didn't really like to be touched. I mean, he was not himself. He was not himself. And so this is Skinny Kitty still still touching him. He's just got his feet on him. But see, Fatty won't look at the camera. And it's hard to tell, but like he really, at this point, he really hadn't eaten in over a month. I mean, it had been a couple of months since he had really been eating consistently. But look at this. Like he should not have all this like extra stuff on him because he hadn't been eating. That's all the fluid filling his abdomen. I have just some other funny pictures here. Here's Fatty sitting on my bed cleaning himself. It's like, why would you sit like that? What is this? If Fatty's sitting on me in the morning, yep. I literally can't do anything without Fatty. This is from, don't tell me. No. So I can show you, this is from after Fatty died. This is like I came home from the vet and I just laid on my bed with some toilet paper because I didn't have tissue paper and I was just crying, and Skinny Kitty came and laid like this next to me. It's kind of funny. I can actually show you. So this is basically what I did like the last few weeks when, I wasn't really like, I was like reposting content and stuff. I was just kind of, laying in bed. See, they're both next to me, and I would just kind of try to like be close to Fatty. This is a pretty good look. He wasn't doing this look for much longer. See, that's a Fatty look, like really, really intensely looking at me like, what are you doing? And it tells me. Yeah, July 1st. That's probably right. July 1st, 9 days before he died. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Fatty laying on the box. For some reason, he liked to lay on this box, so I put it on my bed. And this is a really emotional for me because this was. Show you the stack. This was July 3rd. Okay, so this was a week before he died. But I could just tell that, things were just going downhill and he wasn't getting better. And he was in the garage. So this is in the garage. So he's in the garage where it's really hot. And I'm like, I'm just going to sit out here with you. And first he was back here where my mouse is. He was back here along this wall. And I sat next to him. And then he moved down here, like kind of where my mouse is, like under the cane. You can't really see it because there's not a picture of it, but it's kind of in this direction. He moved over here. And once he saw that I wasn't going to leave him alone, he climbed up on top of these boxes and he laid down like this. And he kind of fell asleep, but there's a chair here, and I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm just talking to him. And I'm just sitting in the chair talking to him, taking pictures, and he just laid. So that was really, really sad for me. Because this was probably the first day where I was really like, trying to tell him how much I loved him and that I'd miss him. Yo, Pant Gandy with the 10 HK. Thank you so much, Pant Gandy. Appreciate that. I don't know. You retracted your message. You said something about being sad. All right, cool. Do I want to do a match to cheer me up? No. I'm almost done. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been 2 hours. I just kind of wanted to talk about, how Fatty died, how he died, what that process was like, what it was like adopting him. But I think I did that, kind of let you guys know what that was like for me, because it was traumatic for me, because I'm going to find it. This is like my experience of Fatty. Like, this was literally like every morning. This is him. Every morning, this is my breakfast. So I'd eat breakfast in these bowls, eggs and apples. Here's yogurt. But he would lay in my lap, and look how he's looking at. He'd lay there like this. I'd cross my leg, and he'd lay there. And he wanted the yogurt. I'd eat my yogurt with a spoon, and then I'd let him lick the spoon. And he really enjoyed licking the spoon. That's my buddy. And this was one of the last days that he was healthy. But this is why it was so devastating to me that he died. Because every single morning, we'd sit like this for years. I had it for 9 years. So I only started working from home about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago. So once he got used to me being home, so for the past year or two, he'd sit in my lap every morning. He'd come as soon as I would sit down to start eating. He would come from wherever he was laying. If he was in the window or on the bed or in the cat tree or laying on the ground or wherever he was, he'd come run and jump in my lap because he wanted that yogurt. I actually have what I think is the last healthy picture I took of him, if I can find it. Oh, it's probably a little bit further back. Oh, you know what? Wait. So for some reason, a lot of these iPhones will do like I don't know what it's called, like a smart pic or something where the picture actually moves. So a lot of these say MOV. These are actually just pictures that I took, and for some reason it does like a little moving. See, look at this. Oh wait, I think I clicked on this one. So look at this. This is while I'm editing the video where I'm reviewing everybody's maps. And sure enough, what do you know? Look at Fatty. Look how he's looking at me. See? Sitting in my lap. Fatty in the lap. That's what I miss. Miss him sitting in my lap. This was like, I think I actually took this the last time I napped. So this is actually me laying down for a nap, and he would come lay with me. This is him. And he'd come lay on my arm. It's funny because he never laid like this. He'd always lay with his back against my body. He never laid like this, so it's kind of weird, but this is him laying down to take a nap with me. It's so weird. Shoot. I don't think I can. Yeah. I think this right here. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this right here is the last picture I took of him where he was like, I'm pretty sure he's like 100% healthy. May 1st. Okay, so I don't know because he'd already gone to the. Did this one? It's one of these where he's laying on my bed. April 23rd. Okay, so I kind of narrowed it down. I'm pretty sure this was like the last picture I took of him where he was like not showing any signs of being sick. And it's funny because you can't really tell, but he didn't like, it was raining outside, and he didn't like rain. He didn't like thunder. He doesn't like the sound of thunder. So he'd go hide under my comforter. His little feet are sticking out. But I could find it. Kitty. I have a great Now, you know what? It's going to go through all these videos. So these are all like the smart videos that the iPhone takes for some reason when you're taking a picture. That's Fatty. So these are all pictures that I took. So this is when it snowed. Freaking snowed in Texas. And this is what the cats did. I piled blankets on top of them because it was so cold. Hi. So this is them. Oh yeah. See, this is yeah. Look at that. Look how close they always had to lay together. Kitty in the laundry. This is Fatty. Why you look at me like that? Man, there's a video here. It's an actual video though. Oh, I don't know if it might not let me upload it. Oh, I don't think I uploaded it. Oh well. So this is something he started doing when he started feeling bad, like when he really didn't feel he didn't really feel good. He'd go lay in this chair a lot, and so I had to start sitting in this folding chair here. And then once I was sitting in the folding chair, I brought that in. Then he started sitting in the folding chair, and so I got my gaming chair back. But this picture is literally like the beginning of May. Like this is, I'm pretty sure May 8th. Yeah, so right after TDS updates. You know, so you can see what I was dealing with. He looks good in a lot of these pictures. So this is the last picture. Okay. So this is like the last day. This is June 7th, okay? So this is one of the last days where he was like, this is like the day or two before he started sneezing. And then he stopped eating. This is when he was still eating decently. So he's laying in here because I started feeding them. This is the bathroom in my room. I started feeding them in here. I didn't used to feed them in here. But I started feeding them in here, and so he started laying in here, and he fell asleep. But that was basically the end. That was like one of the last days that he really ate and slept. This is the day that he got his diagnosis. I felt really sad this day. He looks kind of funny because he's on like local anesthetic, so he's kind of out of it because they had to numb him so that they could do the heart. They could do the heart ultrasound, but this is him. He's kind of got his ears back, but he's sitting in my lap. You can see his belly was shaved. But yeah, that's like probably June 9th? June 17th. Okay, June 17th, yeah. These are interesting pictures because this is him, and he's sick. You can't tell because you don't know what he looks like, but I can tell like this is real bloated here. It's like really looks really weird. But he's stretched out, which is unusual. And he's looking at me, which he stopped doing pretty quickly at the end. But this is still June 19th. So this is June 19th. So this is less than a month before he dies. But you know, you could just see how fast he changed. He changed really fast. Here, even though I know he has heart disease here, I'm still like holding out hope that he can get better, that he can get some medication and he can get better. You know, here's him sleeping, trying to sleep on this chair after he tore it up. But he stopped laying in that chair. And even that's June 22nd. You know, so I have all these pictures of me, me trying to lay with them. Just because I knew things were bad. Here's him laying in his shoebox. He didn't get to lay in this shoebox very long. I only got it like a month before he died. But you know how cats are with boxes. He would go up there. It was funny because I had this. This is from June 23rd. I had this on top of the cat tree. I think I have a picture of it. So he would go up there because he would want to lay in the box, but the skinny kitty would be laying in it. Okay, so it's on top of the cat tree here. This is the skinny kitty in it. And I would pick the skinny kitty up and I'd kick him out. I'd kick him out so that Fatty could lay there. This is kind of sad. This is the picture. This is the last time that I made him sit in my lap. And I got my mom to take a picture. So this is July 4th. This is less than a week before he dies. But he was laying here on this mat. And I wanted a picture of us together, so I told my mom. I pulled him into my lap because he wouldn't get in my lap on his own. And this is a really like weird, uncomfortable way for him to lay, which he really didn't do. You know how cats are, like they'll get comfy, right? So he didn't he didn't adjust himself to get comfortable. He didn't want to be in my lap in the first place. So he let me pick him up and put him there. But then I'm pretty sure that he got down when we were done. But I was just petting him, and yeah, he looks kind of awkward there to me because he already wasn't like adjusting himself. But yeah, this is yeah, that's most of the pics. I think it pretty much covers it. You know, just lots of. This is him. The cat's laying in my lap. Lots of us together. Yeah, he's just looking. He's like he knows I'm taking a picture, and he's just like staring. He's like, why are you subjecting me to this? Lots of these you guys have seen at the beginning of my videos. Lots of these pictures. Here's them outside. This is kind of funny. This is Fatty. He's like straight up laying on top of him. So this is last Christmas. I think last Christmas my mom and I had like turkey. There's like a cranberry and dressing, and Fatty's sitting here at the table. He's wanting food. He's looking. Look at his looking right. He's like laser beams into the turkey. Oh, here's a funny one. I don't know. He's laying on my desk. This is when I was like reorganizing my desk, and he's laying on it, and he's like laying on my keyboard for the pillow. Like, why would that be comfortable? That is September 17th, 2020. September 17th, 2020. This is me and Skinny Kitty as Fatty's up there. Oh, this is like one morning. Oh, wait. Can I get to play these maybe? This is outside. So this is all these pictures that it does like these smart little short videos for these smart pictures. I want to see here. So I came home from the gym. I came home from the gym, right? And they're like doing this. They're laying in the tree. This is like September 6th, 2020. They're laying up here, and see he's licking. He's licking him. He's loving it. Cleaning him. And I was like, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a cat. This is like awkwardly like, oh, please stop. So, yeah, so it might. It's gonna go. I think it'll start at the end and go to the beginning. So I just stood there and took a bunch of pictures with him. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, what is he doing? I don't know. Just ignore him. I just wanted to be included. There you go. Totally normal, not weird for a 35-year-old. So I thought this was cool looking with the lighting. You put the little like flowers on him. It's kind of pink and purple. Here they are taking up my desk. Here I am playing TDS. Look at that, dude. Back in the day, OG. OG TDS. September 1st, 2020. This is Fatty sitting here. This is Skinny. This is Kit Kats. Apparently. Here is like my original gaming room. I have a good pic. This is like my original gaming room when I first started to do YouTube and streaming on Twitch. There's a Skinny Kitty. I think there's a. I love this pig. This pig is so cool looking. Their faces look so. I don't know why, man. They look so like. They have so much to say. I like to make little like forts for Fatty. So Fatty liked it like when I would like do this, like prop up a blanket so that he could get under it. Oh look, here's a picture of I think this is Skinny Kitty and my mom's dog, but my mom's dog is dead now. She died. We don't really know what she died from, but she just basically we had to put her to sleep. She just like wouldn't walk or something. I know there's more videos of them fighting. Hold on. I know that there's a video. Look at this. This is so funny right here. This picture. Look at Fatty. So I'm giving Scout some water because she wouldn't drink or something. We're trying to get her hydrated. Look at how he looks. This is Fatty. Both these animals are dead. Rip. I'm the only animal in this picture that's still alive. He's like, look at. He's like, what is he getting? He's like, why can't I get some of that? That's how fat. Look, and then he comes out. And then he's sitting in my lap. Look at how he looks. It's funny. That's just me. This is pretty typical. Pretty typical. See both cats in the lap. Especially when it gets cold. So I'm kind of thinking that once it starts to get cold here in Colorado and it starts to snow, then Skinny Kitty will lay in my lap more. This is us sitting on my bed. Man. I know there's a good video of them fighting. What's this? Aw. That's Fatty. Looking like a baby. It's so fat. On stream. On stream. See, this is why I miss the kitties, man. On stream, he just come and sit in my lap. All the time. Here he is on top of the bookshelf. He is laying on the other one. There's a funny picture I think up here. Here it is. Him laying. So this is them laying in this bed here. which is not quite big enough for both of them, but he's laying all the way out. It's like, why is he sleeping? I think he's sleeping like that. Here's Fatty. I don't know why it's a picture of a picture. I don't know why I need that. It's a different fight. Did I show you this one? This is a different one. One of them, he like straight Fatty. One of them gets pushed off of this thing. One of them straight up gets pushed off.
Beautiful beach, 3 kilometers from here. You could take it.
Oh, they're cleaning each other.
You think you like that? I took Shannon there once.
Look at, I'm eating ham for lunch. Look at Fatty. Look at these guys. Always in my lap, man. Always in my lap. So many pictures. Are they fighting? I think I go. There's a dog. I think I go in there. You can't see anything. Like. Dude, my cats are fighting, but now. Yeah. They're fighting until I start recording. Here's the two dead animals sitting together. Fatty and Scout sitting on the pad of death. Should have known. Oh, here's look at Buddy. Look how funny he looks at this. Look how funny this is. He's sitting on an Xbox. This is back when I used to play on Xbox, and I had Xbox behind the monitor, and the Xbox would get really hot. And they like that. They like to lay on it while it's really hot. He's like, for some reason, laying the front part of his body off. That's Fatty. That's why Fatty was me with a beard. This is Fatty sitting on the desk. But yeah, I mean, constantly. So yeah, that's like a big part of the reason of why I wanted. Oh, I know why it's resetting this camera. It's every time I change scenes, it's resetting the camera. That's not how it's supposed to work. Whatever. That's good enough. We're at 2.5 hours, which is how long I wanted to take the stream. There's Skinny Kitty sleeping. Kinda. Pretty sure he's awake up there. Yeah, but that's the biggest reason why I wanted. Yo, what's up, Firestick? The biggest reason why I wanted to do a stream where I just took a couple hours and talked about him and showed those pictures was because, you can see how big of an impact that the cats have made on my stream and have always been. I mean, you know, because I've had them for years before I started streaming. You know, they're just huge parts of the stream, and I just can't go on streaming, which I love streaming, and I love hanging out and playing games and making videos, but, you know, for a long time, after he died, I felt really guilty about making videos. It's like, how am I just going to go back to making videos, you know? And I think you have to, you know, you have to. You know, I can't quit YouTube. You know, I can't quit streaming. But it just feels like, you know, it just feels somehow disrespectful to him to just go on streaming and laughing and making jokes, you know, but I think that, you know, that's why I had to come on here and acknowledge what happened, because, you know, a lot of people out there might not know, you know, how a lot of people out there might not have pets and might not, oh, it's just a cat or it's just a dog or whatever, you know, like, not a big deal. Why are you so upset? But, you know, I think even the people out there that do understand, you know, they have their own pets, you know, you guys don't, you know, maybe didn't necessarily know about my story with the cats and how ultimately the cats, you know, came into my life and were just really, really, you know, they're cats. So they're super nice, kind, considerate. You know, it's a very positive relationship that I've had with them. And because of that positivity, it's really allowed me to love them and to feel like they love me, which is not something I got from my family growing up. So that's kind of the conclusion of that story that I started telling like 2.5 hours ago, of like, you know, the cats are so important to me and I care so much about them because of the relationship that we've had. And that relationship has grown into something that, you know, I never could have predicted beforehand. And so I just wanted to come on here and you know, publicly, you know, let him know, put those vibes out there that, you know, that I am going to have to go back to streaming and making vids and stuff, but he'll always be always be a part of my story, at least. And that's the thing that I think I really keep coming back to that really makes me feel better is like, he had a great life, man. Like, hopefully, you know, you guys kind of got that idea from those pictures, right? Like, tons and tons and tons. I just kind of clicked through them, but tons of pictures. And this is just like the past 5 years. You know, I've had the cats for 9 years. So there's 4 years of pictures and interactions that I don't even have pictures of anymore. Oh, you know, one more thing I could show you guys. Do you guys know that the cat boom thing, where the cat face comes, you guys remember that? The cat face comes and explodes. This is where that picture comes from. So I took this picture. It's one of these pictures. It might not be that one exactly. It might be this one. But I took these pictures in front of this green screen to try and help one of my old buddies. I haven't talked to him in a while, but one of my old buddies who really helped me out with a stream named Roscoe. And he took this picture and he cut it out and he added whiskers. And that is what became the cat boom, where the cat head comes in like a nuclear bomb and explodes, and the stream glitch where the bars come up and it's like has a cat face kind of vibrating. Yeah, that is this picture. This is the picture. One of these. It's one of these. He did a really good job of like cutting the face out. It's one of these pictures, I think. A lot of them. Oh, this is Fatty. That's Fatty. Oh. Okay, wait. Before we go on, let's look at some of these videos. It's gonna play through these videos. This is Skinny Kitty. He has a very dainty meow. This is Fatty. It's Fatty. Yeah, where's Skinny Kitty to feed Fatty grapes here? So this is on stream. This is my stream. Is the cat cam, full screen cat cam of Fatty cleaning himself. He's looking at me. Yeah, good play, dude. Yeah. Good. Oh, yo. No way. There's Fatty. Was it about to start playing this? Wait, hold on. Here's a classic pick. I think I was going to start playing a video. I think it... So this is him falling asleep. So I used to lay on my couch and read, and he would lay on the back part, like the top back part. And this is him falling asleep. So he's sleeping right now. But with the way he's sleeping, his eyes are like fully open. See, there's me. And then there's the skinny cat in my lap. God, they're both so needy. Look at his mouth. It's funny, I forgot a lot of these videos existed. There was one other picture I wanted to show you guys. I'm glad I remembered. Let me find it. Here. Okay, here's a video. Here, check this out. Look at this. Look how happy. See, this is what I realized when I was like going through all these pictures after he died. I was like, look how happy he is. Look at that face. This is like his life. This is his life, you know? So how can you be, you know, how can I be that? Here he is. So intense. How can I be that upset when it's like from beginning to end, you know, with me at least he had a really happy. He was just really happy. So here's the pic. So one night, the story is one night after my stream, I was like on the couch, you know, eating dinner, watching Netflix, and he just pushed himself up under my hoodie and then turned himself around and stuck his head laid down and stuck his head out. Never did that. He's never did that before, and he never did it after. Is the only time. Here's drinking my water. You're drinking my water. Like, no big deal. See, here's my stream. There's my stream. So I'm telling you guys, like, it's always like such a big part of the stream. Look at him. Yep, stretch. Shake your head back and forth. There you go. Just drinking my water, like no big deal. So here's a video of him being in my sweatshirt. It's funny. Funny, man. Really enjoyed having him. There he is. Big baby. Really enjoyed hanging out with him. He's so much fun to hang out with. This is Skinny Kitty in the garage. When I first moved in with my mom. This is what he did. He climbs up these blinds and then gets a and then he can't get down.
You gonna lay around in boxes for the rest of the night? Let's go. It's bedtime. You just live in a box, alright? You're not homeless. Come on. Hi, fatty.
I'm brushing him. I'm brushing him.
I'm trying to brush you here. Stop moving. No. That's my leg.
That's Skinny Kitty. There's Fatty laying on me, on my chest. It just made me laugh. They're funny. Anyway, hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. What? Why is that your username, man? Webcamchat.com. Why is that your username? Yo, what's up? Jordan, Steak. Bye forever. That's right. Bye forever. I am gonna stream. I might actually do a couple hours of Roblox all week. Okay, so that's the big question is like, how do you start making videos again after you took, 6 weeks off or something, man? It's kind of intimidating because it just feels like, it's hard. It's hard to do it and then to quit and then to come back and start doing it again because it's like a little daunting. It's a little bit like a lot. I've missed a lot. I missed a lot of I could have created a lot of content, but just I needed mentally, you need a mental health break. And mentally, I needed time off, but I also took more time off because I also had to move, and I've been enjoying my freedom of doing whatever I want all day every day, and so I think I probably took off more. If I had been happy where I was and had stayed there, I think I would have taken less time off. But I took more time off also because of the move. Dude, Jordan, I'm gonna do a nutshell video, man. Hardcore in a nutshell. Hardcore TDS hardcore in a nutshell in 545 seconds. Wait, so next video you're gonna say my name is Harrison, I have one cat. Yes, fanhead, I'm gonna say I have one cat. We actually did a poll on YouTube and in my Discord. Well, I don't know if I did it in my Discord. I did it on YouTube. And I have one cat one. Oh, thank you, Rodrigo, and sorry to hear about your dog. Yes. Okay, so I'll read chat now. Yeah, give me all the hundreds of thousands of subs, Jordan. All right, guys, so that's basically it for Fat Cat. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Yeah, and letting me talk about how he died, just to talk about it and put it out there so I don't have to talk about it on my streams. And show you some pictures of him from when he was healthy and happy. And yeah, I just miss him and I love him, and he had a good life. He had a happy life. You know, I did a lot of good for him. He did a lot of good for me. And also, I wanted to equip Nico. Always equip Nico skins. Are you crazy? I wanted to... RDS will come out soon. What is RDS? Real Defense Simulator. So I have my Fat Cat ashes as part of my Fat Cat memorial. I made a little memorial for him. This is just the box that they give you when you have them cremated. So I think I'm gonna get a better one. But I also light a candle. I light a candle every day. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and do that. I light. Skitty Kitty's looking. So this is like a special candle. I mean, I got it from Walmart, so it's not that special, but it has like a wooden wick as opposed to a wax wick. And it crackles. And I think that really concerns Skinny Kitty because it makes noise. But yeah, I like to every morning when I wake up and every night I like to light it for a few hours to honor Fatty, and that's just something I started doing a few weeks ago. It makes me feel a lot better. But yeah, it's part of my memorial. Kind of still, talk to him, be like, tell him good morning or good night. Tell him good night before I blow it out. So yeah, if y'all are just coming in or if you haven't been in here for very long, Fat Cat, one of my two cats, died from heart disease 6 weeks ago. Okay, sounds good, Jordan. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Always good to see you. Get some good sleep. Drink a lot of water. Wake up early. Go to the gym. All that good stuff. Okay. Sounds good, Mateo. Take care. What's up, Gummy? Thank you, 5. So my plans. So some people were asking, what are my plans for the future? To keep making videos, I want to get back to streaming once a week. I want to do the schedule that I had. I really like the schedule that I had, minus probably daily uploads, unless I want to kind of mix together in a nutshell videos with regular videos, like bigger, longer, like 8-minute videos, because I want to do daily uploads, but it's really, really difficult to do daily uploads the way I do them. 8 minutes long, at least, right, for the mid-rolls. Voice, right? Editing, like doing the voice, writing the script, all of that stuff. It's just time-consuming. And when I was doing it, I wasn't sleeping, and that is not going to fly. I need to sleep. And I need to have a life. Now that I live on my own, in my own space, I would like to, have a girlfriend again or something, go date somebody. So I'm not going to be able to date and, do daily uploads and everything. I don't have an editor. Maybe I need to do an editor. Maybe I need to switch up my stream or switch up my channel so I can have an editor. But yeah, my plan is to maybe not daily uploads, but something close to it, because I think it's daily uploads are like the way to kill it. You know, when I was doing daily uploads, it was like my views were just insane. Yeah, date someone, maybe VK. So the videos I've been making, maybe I can bridge the gap with nutshell videos, shorter videos that are kind of funny. So I do up daily, but maybe not daily, but hopefully weekly streams. And now that I'm living in Colorado, I really want to do another channel. And I would love to have a second channel and to branch out from... No way, Swarmer. No way. You're exaggerating. No way you watch 10 videos a day. No way. Who's Fat Cat? Fat Cat is my former cat. Rip. Please don't turn into In a Nutshell. Come on, dude. Elite is in the chat, man. Don't be trash talking In a Nutshell YouTubers, man. He took a rocket ship to the moon on that thing. I'm not going to do just In a Nutshell. The idea would be to do both. Which, as you guys know from my content, hopefully... Ambient, down-tempo, lo-fi beats to play to vibe, not to play Roblox, to vibe Roblox to Rage. Nice. Well, I want to make... vlogging, maybe. Man, honestly, I don't know a lot about vlogging. I don't watch a lot of vloggers. What I want to do, something like that, I guess. Something like that, I guess. But, like, stuff that's not Roblox focused, but that's more focused on me. Maybe, like, a variety of interests. So it wouldn't be gaming. It wouldn't be Roblox. It would be like fitness, philosophy. I maybe current events, because as a YouTuber and as a straight white male, I have a lot to say about the world that people should listen to. Cats. So I do want to eventually get another cat, but I should have some kind of video series, right? Like, it should be some kind of series, like 2 or 3 or 4 videos of me getting, like, adopting a cat, having the cats get along. I'd really love to do a video about having a cat with heart disease. And it's one of the reasons I'm sad that Fatty died so fast, was because my goal was to hopefully get him healthier through the medication and then make a video series about it. Because when I found out he had heart disease, like, immediately... I went to YouTube and I Googled it, and there's like no videos of just people. Orange Cat Callie, thank you so much for the level 1 membership. You rock. There's no like just kind of comforting videos of someone being like, my cat has heart disease or had heart disease, and this was my experience, and I feel for you, because I was really upset. And it was like all the videos were like vets, like, in their office, talking about the symptoms and the treatments and everything. It was kind of like, there's no like human touch to this. So I want to do a video about, about that experience. But yeah, it's another channel that's more, that I feel can be more like, I don't know, adult oriented or something. That's more about me and not so much about Roblox. Oh, really, Elite? That's funny, because I haven't actually looked at that channel, so I'm a bad Kaneko fan. I need to go check that out and see what's on it. Which is always a way to, like, kind of guide yourself. Is see what somebody's doing that is doing what you want to do, and see how they're doing it. A podcast? Maybe eventually a podcast, man. Can you imagine? Dr. Pepsi says, hi, Harry. I know how you feel. I also lost my kittens, and I don't know where they are. What? No way. They ran away? Can you do Paintballer versus Fallen King? Yes, eventually. If you see this, when are you going to make more Blank Towers versus Frost Spirit? I don't know if there's any more towers that I'd want to fight the Frost Spirit with. But Fallen King has got to get like Archer, Paintballer, the easy ones. Farms versus Fallen King. DJ versus Fallen King. There's got to be a way to turn that into one of those videos that's like a .exe or something that's actually kind of funny. They like, you know, jack the sound out really loud or something. New Militant? Will you ever do Bed Wars? I actually played Bed Wars for the first time with my buddy's daughters and my buddy 2 nights ago. Not last night, but the night before. Egg Ripta did Archer versus Fallen King and lost? Of course. EXE for what? Elite's going to give us Elite is going to give us exclusive insight. .exe. Hidden Wave beginner mode .exe. But it could do like a 6 DJs versus the Fallen King EXE. And it doesn't have to be the whole video because you already know it's going to be nothing. You know, it's going to like 6 who wants to watch the Fallen King walk past 6 DJs? But if you make it like a funny EXE, you know, somehow where it's like, you know, just like a 2-minute video versus like a, you know, 12-minute or whatever, that could get some views. Solo hardcore, nice. Yeah, I started working on a hardcore in a nutshell. It's a massive video. I feel like might be a little too long. But that's kind of what I have to get back to. I want to finish that because I've done like waves. I've done like waves 1 through 25 or something. I gotta finish it. My pregnant cat died a year ago. Oh, that's a big rip, Orange Cat Callie. That's too bad. From what, man? Pregnant cat? 25 angry fans versus below natural. Yo, that's a pretty good one, man. That's a pretty good one. Is it Min Win D? Dewey? Great. Now that I'm streaming again, I get to fail at everyone's pronunciation of their names. I saw the beating Hidden Wave with Paintballer. I'm pretty sure didn't he use the military bases for that? My cat died 3 years ago, and I got another one. Oh, okay, that's good. 3 years. I think I'll be pretty well over it in 3 years. It really hurt me. But I think getting another cat and having more cats and continuing to go on. I think part of the reason I'm so upset about Fatty was because it's the first animal that I've cared about that I've lost. Is it like Hunt for the Golden Soldier? No. I do need to make the next part of that. Which, a big reason that I wasn't spending the time on making those videos, because I was supposed to make the next part of that series, the Hunt for the Golden Soldier series. I was supposed to make that in May, but I forewent that the work on that video. I delayed it because of the update, and I figured the game would update, and I wanted to grind out a bunch of content, and it turns out that was the right choice. Because now that my channel is so big, like I don't have to do daily uploads like I did. Like I went crazy with uploads in May and June. But I'm so much bigger. I think when May started, I wasn't even at 40K subs, and now I'm almost at 90. I don't have to grind that way. I can take the time now that I'm not making videos. Take the time, whatever it takes, a week or two to make that next Golden Soldier video. Which that Golden Soldier video is almost at 300K views, and it's like a 17-minute video, which is insane to me. People want to watch it, is what I'm saying. You got burnt out on TDS, Topaz? Hey, understandable. Have you guys seen me playing Death Run? Dude, I've been playing Death Run like every night. It's so fun. I've been playing Death Run like every night. Oh, how long did it take to make the Hunt for the Golden Soldier video? It took 2 weeks, but I also procrastinated a lot during those 2 weeks. Hours-wise, I mean, I think it's safe to say hours-wise, it probably took 100 hours. 100. Because you're talking about going from nowhere. You're talking about going from nothing to having the finished product for Hunt for the Golden Soldier. I mean, just look at it. It's not just like the animating the characters, right? It's the finding the backdrops, you know, cutting. You know how it is to make those videos. I think I watched your Gladiator Goes Back in Time video this morning. Right, so the Gladiator cuts those people in half, right? The PNG, you got to go into like your Photoshop or whatever and cut that PNG in half, you know. So it's like manipulating every little thing, You know, it takes forever. It took forever. But it's also super long, man. 17 minutes for a little animated. All the backgrounds, all the sounds, writing the script, recording. I'd say Hunt for the Golden Soldier probably took 60 to 100 hours to make. So maybe 75. Mimic and Piggy. Piggy has been all the hotness. Piggy has been, dude, my buddy's daughters don't like Piggy, man. I haven't heard of Mimic though. Is Mimic the one where you're like in the tunnels and like you're like the enemy is you? You like see yourself waving down the hallway, you have to turn around and run because that's not you. I am, dude. I have all kinds of plans for TDS videos that I had to put on the shelf. The Noob versus Pro, a good Noob versus Pro TDS, I think would be good. Like a good legit Noob versus. I think John Roblox just did one, didn't he? Identity Fraud. No, you're right, Rush. You're right. Cursed Defenders. Haven't heard of it. What about Funky Friday? No, I never play Funky Friday. Funky Friday doesn't interest me. I already did 120 Gladiators versus the Fallen King Biko. Polluted Wastelands is still gone. Yeah, I've been watching the TDS Discord. I haven't seen any changes to the game. Right? Oh. We got a community announcement. Graphics. I keep waiting for like I've seen the progress feed, like, okay, skins, maps. Yeah, I still have the winter update out. Yo, man, he had Doge. Yo, thank you for the 5. I have heard of Tower Blitz. Play Tower Battles. Dude, TDS is really great for content, honestly. Like, I think that's why all of these content creators are popped up around TDS. I mean, it does have a huge fan base. But Tower Blitz is the one made by the former TDS admin, right? Evolution Evade did an update. Yes, they did an event. It might be over now. I think they started it right when I stopped making videos. I do Evolution Evade. Evolution Evade. I saw that I think Lord Biggest and Elite did like Tower Defenders. What was it? They changed the name. Tower Frontline. Tower Defense Frontline or whatever. They did like an EXE for that. Nobody's done an EXE for Evolution Evade. Oh, thank you, Rage, for answering that. Yeah. Yeah, I got to start. Oh, man. I got to warm my eyeballs up for reading chat again. Will you ever do another video like Life and Times of Lord Sinister? Specifically, like covering the history of like Frost Spirit? Or just like another animation? Because, yes, I want to do the cowboy animation next. Yo, what's up, Commander? Commander said Arsenal, say my name. What's up, Commander? TDS Frontline has Sandbox, nice. 35 Mortars versus... We already did Mortars and Rocketeer at the same time. And we lost. Play the game old TDS? I'll have to see if that exists. Yes, play Islands. I don't know, man. Islands is pretty saturated for content. And I'm not really into, like, Minecraft. I played Bed Wars. Like, I just feel like I've got my own little niche. My own little niche. But it's like getting into like Bed Wars. I played Bed Wars with my friend's sister or with my friend's daughter, and she killed me, and she was really proud of herself. It's literally the first time I played. TDS Frontline is rebranding itself to Frontline Defense because they won't be able to make money. Yeah, I saw that in the Discord. Thank you, Rhea. Sorry, thanks for hanging out. Do you know Frost Blaster? I do. Okay, sounds good, happy person. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. We'll do a real Roblox stream tomorrow. We'll do an actual Roblox stream tomorrow, and I might Roblox stream the rest of the week just to try to get back into creating content, man. It's tough. It's daunting, like I said. But I have some videos that are, that I was in the middle of when I quit, so I can finish those. I can do the live streams, and we'll get this channel. We'll revive this channel back from beyond the grave. I'm gonna start at the same time. Yeah, which is my new time. My new time is an hour later than my old time, even though technically my new time is the same time, right? 10 a.m. Anyone know how to apply for challenges? You know, I haven't done it in a while, but I typically go to my YouTube members first. It's been a long time since I've just done random. Sometimes I'll just do random people that are like happen to be around. I'm like, "Hey, I need help. Can you help?" And they help, especially if it's like special towers. But honestly, like because I have so many people now in my community, I pretty much go to my YouTube members in Discord and say, "Hey, is there anyone here that can do a challenge?" Dude, okay. As far as IRL merch, I did download some fonts and I thought, "Oh, this could be like a cool Harrison font that I could put on a t-shirt. Maybe I could just make it myself instead of like hiring someone, even though that's really what I need to do." What am I doing fonts? So I was like, well, let me just show you. For whatever reason, I thought, okay, it would look cool. Harrison would look cool with this logo right here. Like instead of Nintendo, it would say just Harrison, and it would be red and white. This is like, I'm really bad at coming up with like original. Wait, can you see it? Oh, you can't even see it because I'm covered up. Here, let me show you. Yeah, this right here, just Harrison. I was just looking at my live stream. Look at the live stream. So this is when I was crying. Look, you can tell when I was crying. Everybody wants to watch the part where I'm crying. And then they're like, "Oh, he's not crying. He's happy. He's happy." See, this is what happiness does. It's like nobody wants to watch happiness. Say, "I want to see crying." This is pretty amazing, even considering the fact that this is like not a Roblox stream. It's a pets and animals stream. The fact that there's still 230 people in here is awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate your support. That's actually pretty crazy. To get to 800 people on a non-Roblox stream. And I say that because I'm waiting until my fan base is big enough to go stream on Twitch and get partnered. I would love to get partnered on Twitch and verified on YouTube. That's my goal right now. So if I can get 75 people, maybe that's what I should do this week. Who has Twitch? Who has Twitch? Put a 1 in chat if you have Twitch right now. Put a 2 in chat if you don't have Twitch. Put a 3 in chat if 9/11 was an inside job. Just had to say it. Oh, no, wait, hold. Sorry. Is that wrong? I went into autopilot there. Do you guys really all have Twitch? There you go. I just put my Twitch link in chat. Go to that channel and follow me. And if I can get 75 viewers every single stream on Twitch, I'll stream on Twitch every now and then because I can get partnered. That would be great to be partnered. Because there's not a lot of like partnered Roblox streamers on Twitch. Uh-oh, I'm going to start getting the follow alerts. I heard the sound. Anyway. No, it's not. The Twitch channel is not gone. Don't say that. I'm on it right now. Okay, that alert is going to go off a lot. I don't know how to turn it off because I don't even have alerts set up. I mean, the alert box is on this scene, but it's turned off. Man has a Doge. Man, he a Doge with the $5 donut. Says totally off topic, but I'm in Tower Blitz right now and I'm approaching the boss fight. Wish me good. Oh, yo, good RNG. Dude, you got it, man. If you're in the boss fight, you're already going to win. Come on. You know, the boss is like asking for good luck against you from his like little minions. King Duck says, when will a new video come out? You're looking at it, man. This is my newest video right here. All right, sounds good, Minigunner. TTYL. Have a great rest of your day. Can you do 90 Frost Blasters versus Fallen Spirit? I sure can. 60 Rangers versus Frost Spirit you can't do because there's not enough cliff space. 90 Snipers? I mean, 90 Snipers I guess I could try. It'd just be crazy, just snipers everywhere. King Duck is a dumb username? No, King Duck is a good username. Commando Rundown will probably be one of my next, just because I have access to the Commando. I didn't start it before I stopped making videos, but I definitely it was on my list of things to do. So that's a pretty safe place to start. In fact, I maybe should just do all the rundown videos, because they're nice and easy, straightforward, and I can just turn them out. I'm not gonna do Green Scout only. Okay, thank you, PJs. 50 Rangers versus Void Reavers. You have a cat sacrifice stream? What? Yo, what's up, Cat Basher Nation in the house? Cat Basher Nation, you just got here, man. You missed me crying. Go watch the VOD. The first, any part of the beginning of it. I'm done crying today. Okay, sounds good, Bullet. Yes, we'll do it tomorrow, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Commander. What's up, Chubbyest Chubster? Cat Basher, wow, I know. He heard about my second channel, man. My lo-fi. What would you say? Japanese lo-fi chill vibe beats to play Tower of Heck. Yo, thank you, Cat Basher. Dude, collab with John Roblox? I don't know, man. I don't really do collabs. But if John Roblox want to do a collab or want to be in a video, man, I might make an exception. Skinny Kitty is great, Voidex. Thank you, Carter Plays. It has been 3 hours. Yes, the stream. I knew the stream was going to go longer than I wanted it to. It always does. But I feel like I sat here and I talked about what I wanted to talk about, which is what streaming is all about. So, yes. My sweet fatty, best cat in the world. I'm sad that I don't get to hang out with him anymore, but honestly, he had a great life. He had a great life. And that's another thing is that the cats really helped me be comfortable and happy and helped me get to this place, man, So, he really is a big part of my success, and it would be a huge failure on my part to not continue to grow and work and, expand on the success that I had. I am really sad that he had to die he just died. It's crazy when you think about the timing. You guys probably don't realize it, but just the timing of his death was so right before I moved, but also right after. If he had gotten sick even a month or two sooner, I wouldn't have had the money or the resources that I had from YouTube to take care of him and to figure out what was wrong with him. Because it costs $4,000 or $5,000. It probably costs $3,000 or $4,000 to go through the whole process of having the ultrasounds, having the X-rays, having the vet visits, having the medication, and everything to figure out what was wrong. And if he had gotten sick, I didn't have that kind of money. I had $3,000 to my name in April. Probably maybe a little. Yeah, that's actually probably accurate. $3,000 in my name. And then May happened, and then June happened, and I had all that money to spend to figure out what was wrong with him. And also, he died before I had to move. It would have been such a terrible, stressful experience to move with him in the state that he was in, kind of sick. So it just, honestly, the whole timing of everything is really uncanny. Where he just really, really went at just really the perfect time. It really feels like I adopted these cats at the beginning of this journey in 2012 of being alone and kind of following my bliss and trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And as soon, literally, the second I got successful, Cat Basher, the second I got successful on YouTube, really, really big successful, I can go off and live my own life and be an adult and not have to live with my mom. He died. This is man, couldn't I just get him for another year? That's always what I'd say to my therapist. Could it just be one more year of success and living on our own? But I think everything happens for a reason, and in time I'll figure out what that is. But anyway, good news is you got a cat, a new cat. Nice, man. A kitten or an actual a grown up cat. Thank you, Go Show. How much money would it cost to fix him, Fanhead? I mean, they could have done like a surgery to drain him, to drain that fluid, which would have been, I don't even know, maybe $1,000 or something. But there's no fixing heart disease. Maybe it's not good to watch with a hamster. I gotta go. Wish you the best at your vid and sorry for. Thank you, DJ. Oh no! Oh, nice, Cat Basher. Congratulations. Hold on. We added a cat, and also you have a new brother. Nice. Wait, what did you say now to? Do you like my hair? My hair. Dude, I don't know. I think my hairline is receding a little bit, but also I just don't care. Yeah, I did, Dylan, because I'm a member. Yeah, I'm a member. No, dude. Man, he a Doge. Thank you for the donos, Doge. I saw your last one. The $2 one, I think you said, where you died. Yeah, and I'm dead. No way, man. Did you die to RNG? When will you make a cat-only challenge? Never. Will you get admin commands in TDS? No. Your cat is terrified. What should you do? Be calm around them. I got a new cat, 2 months old. Oh, nice, Alexander. That's good to hear. I'm getting a pet bird. I'm getting a pet bird soon. Love you, Harry. Okay, thanks, Squishies. Wait, I want to see Cat Basher. That's awesome, Cat Basher. You're gonna have siblings, man. I have 3 siblings. I have 3 siblings and a half sisters, so technically 4. Siblings are good. That's great. Only child. You don't want to be an only child, man. Only children are like, they're sociopathic, man. They got issues. You're saved. Your sibling's gonna save you. You have 2 siblings, Jai? Nice. Carry you on Hidden Wave? No. Will you choose to delete TDS and bring Fatty back? No, you can't. No, I wouldn't. No, Epic Duck. You can't. Death is a part of life, man. It's just something I just had to experience for the first time as a 36-year-old. I've never had anything or anyone that I really love die. And ultimately, I'm a more complete person for it. If you guys are lucky, things you love will die when you're young, so you don't have to be 36 crying on a stream. All of your cats look the same? Nice. I love that. No, what about my dad? No, I was shocked when my dad died because he committed suicide, so it like happened all of a sudden. It was like, oh my god, he's gone, but I didn't really feel anything. And he died 5 years ago. Were you in Afghanistan? I was. How did you know? I went to Afghanistan. You have guinea pigs? Nice. I'm 36. Who's your favorite Roblox YouTuber other than myself? Dude, Elite makes some really, like, Elite's videos are really great. Elite makes some really great videos. But honestly, besides me, who's the big YouTubers? Wiki is up there, and Egg. I think Wiki and Egg Riptive were the big ones with me. And then Elite really took off. I actually like John Roblox's stuff. I really looked to John Roblox when I was first starting. I looked at his videos to kind of get an idea and kind of get some guidance. So I like his stuff. I think he has like a really good computer or something, man. His stuff always looks really clean. I'm jealous. I need to get a better setup. Personally, I own 2 cats. 1 is blind and 2 guinea pigs. Oh, that's cool that you have a bunch of animals. Is your cat blind because it's old? The Money. Dude, The Money is the most referenced TDS YouTuber in my videos. Do I like my new house? I do. It's an apartment, but I love it. Yes, it's amazing. 90 gladiators versus Frost Spirit? Probably not. Thank you, Scrambled Eggs. Have I watched the Money's content? Of course, yeah. The Money's Noob. Dude, all of those guys, yes. I didn't point out Elite to say that nobody else has good stuff. All those guys making that stuff is all of the TDS YouTubers are great, hardworking, talented individuals. I am impressed with Elite's rise, is why I singled him out. But yeah, I've been watching the money stuff for a long time. The money's what is it? Hacker? His Hacker video series? Harry, I would donate money to you, but my parents won't let me. All good, Squishies. Donate your time, man. Hang out in the stream. Always the best. Fat Cat was the best, tough. What's your favorite tower? Dude, DJ Nico, of course. Yo, what's up, Egg Ripted? Is that the real Egg Ripted? Sorry to hear about Fatty. Stay strong. Thank you, Egg Ripted. Somebody was running around in TDS with your outfit on and your name, so I'm suspicious. Is this the real Egg Ripted? Or is this another... Prove that you're yourself. Thank you, Egg. Appreciate you stopping by. You made one TDS meme, Blazer, on your channel? Your first golden skin was gold minigunner. Nice. So I'm going to put the Fatty candle out now. This is what I always say when I put the candle out, because I put it out. Love you, Fatty. Good night. Something like that, if I blow it out at night. And I always like rub his box, and I say, hey, buddy, how you doing? I imagine him laying there. If you ever ran out of TDS, could you do other tower? Dude! Yes, I could. Thank you for the dono. Nico DJ is it. I honestly think they need a Nico, like a line of skins that look like Nico DJ. Which I think they did, right? What did they? Didn't they release like a... Oh, it's the engineer. It's an engineer skin. Never mind. Yeah, they need to put like Nico. And by the way, the Nico DJ skin is what got me interested in Battle Cats, which I'm obsessed with now. I'm like player level 5,000, I think. 5,500. Never mind. Yeah. No, I'm not doing 90 gladiators, no, versus Frost Spirit. You can see a teaser on Chimmery's Twitter. Nice. Oh, you got it, Bowcats? Yeah, I've seen some of Matt's videos. Because I was looking for like strats for Battlecats. So yeah, I know who Matt Shea is. So anyway, hey, so Doge says, are you gonna do other tower defense games? TDS has the biggest community. Which I didn't know when I started. I just started TDS because I like TDS. So it's easy to do all kinds of different content about TDS and have it get traction. It's hard to do videos about games that won't get a lot of views. One of my goals with my channel is to get to the point where I can do something like this, where this is not Roblox, this is not TDS, and I still have held over 200 viewers for the entire 3-hour stream. And 3 hours is a long time to stream no matter what you're doing, and all I've been doing is sitting here talking. So what you really want as a content creator is for people to like you and to watch your stuff. So once I get my channel to the point where I'm like, I want to get things up and running again, right? Like I want to be posting on a regular basis again. And yes, eventually I definitely, one of the things I want to do is like a review or some type of like list of like tower defense games on Roblox and talk about them. And then even just cover them in general and be like, oh, this is, whatever Tower Blitz or whatever, and different stuff like that. And so it's like, but when you get an audience like Cat Basher who only likes my stuff, then you can make videos about whatever and you can still get views on it and you can still make the money, you get it? Make that money. Is King Duck saying that they play BT damn balloons? I know. Dude, Rage gave me balloons so long ago, and I'm terrified to open it because it's like, I probably need to do what I'm doing with Battle Cats and just play it and get to know the game and get familiar with it, but it's like, this might be content of like, tower defense player plays balloons for the first time. Like, I really can't just play it, I gotta make it into something. How much money do I make? So much money. Like when I was posting regularly, It's the best tower defense game ever created. Yeah, okay. Can I do like, special challenges like 90 camo monkeys versus, beginner mode or something? I don't know what's even on there, but how much money I make? I post how much money I make every month on Discord. I have no problem talking about how much money I made. I made $13,000 in June. And I made I didn't even make videos in July. You guys know what my content was in July. I made $8,000 in July. And the only videos I even posted were like reposts. I think right now for August, I'm at like 4,000 or something. The 3,000, which I don't even care. Like, I mean, it's just insane money on YouTube. I love it. I mean, so I want to start uploading, obviously, to get that money train going again. But money is opportunities, Like, all that money is like, okay, if I have more money, I can get better equipment. I can branch out. I can try different things. Yo, Anti-Fire Shark, I saw you. I'm sorry. I saw you say hi before you did with the $2. Thank you for the $2, Mike Ninja. Appreciate it. How you doing? Oh, Rach says yes. Okay, so there is content out there for that. Dude, I saw Egg Ripped It say something else. Have you ever thought of renaming your channel? I'm going to make different channels with different names. I'm going to... Just Harrison is going to be like my gaming channel or my Roblox channel or something. Harrison, the next channel I want to make is Harrison. That's about like my stuff. Oh, Egg said there's an event in Bloons right now. Okay. Dude, Mike, what's up, man? TDS YouTubers play Bloons in co-op. There you go. Okay, but you've already played Bloons, so you're already familiar with it, right? Yo, she's invisible. She's made herself visible. Yo, what's up, Flash? I transferred all these pictures over from my iPhone to my computer. There's like all these like pictures and videos of my cats. And I found this little gem. On my phone, so I had to transfer this back over. There you go. She's visible. She's visible for her last. Aren't you supposed to be in your last year of high school right now, Flash? Oh, she's got senioritis. She's skipping. She's playing hooky. Do you have Twitter? No, I don't use Twitter. Yo, Doge. Change the stream name? Thank you for... Why do I need to change the stream name? Thank you for the $5, Doge. No, right. The top 10 Denver farmers markets. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how that could be interesting. I mean, I'd really have to have a big channel to take that leap of faith. Dude. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a market for that. Maybe I'm absolutely way off base here by saying I need like 1 million subscribers before I cover that's my 1 million subscriber celebration video. Checking out the Denver Codes. I have to get to the point where it's like I don't care. Like the very base amount of views I'll get is enough to like make it worth it to make a video. I'm thinking about going and checking out. Never mind. Doing a different kind of review. I should check out your friends TDS roleplay. Is 200 wins in Outlast too much or too little? I don't think it's enough, man. I think you need to go for more. I also think that if you have 200 wins in Outlaster, since that game came out, because I know that Survivor was banished to Roblox Purgatory. If you already have 200 wins. Hey, Harrison, Demon Man, John Roblox already made a video about it. I would donate $50, but I can't. I feel so bad that I'm missing. Do you remember Sledger versus Fallen King? I do, Gummy Demon. I feel so bad I'm missing so many chats. This is actually bringing back like PTSD. Probably Royale High is missing a strong male content creator. Probably. Dude, that's something I'd branch into for sure. That's got to be on my Roblox channel though, man. I can't be trying to cross over my Royale High and my Farmers Market audiences. Yeah, what's up, Skills? What's up, guys? Hey, I'm actually gonna end the stream because I have been live for 3.5 hours. I need to go eat lunch. Flash says, "Yep, just started senior year." Yeah, I know. I think I saw your dad's post on Facebook. That's how I knew. But yeah, there's a lot of people talking, which I appreciate, but I've been live for long enough and I need to go eat. What I want to do though is Roblox. Just Roblox tomorrow, just TDS. I'm not going to talk about my dead cat. I'm not going to. Here he comes. Yeah, it's time to eat. Hello? How are you standing there and the camera can't see you? He's right here. Hi. That's because you're a good kitty. He knows how to be on camera and not get seen. He's literally standing right in front of me. He's hungry too. That's how you know it's time to end the stream. Kitty jumped out of the kitty bed. Yeah, so we're gonna do Roblox, and I mean, don't quote. Let's take it day by day. Let's do Roblox tomorrow, and then we'll see where we're at. Because I might do Roblox every day just for a couple hours, just to to start getting used to making content. If it's streaming content or YouTube content or whatever, get used to it again and kind of build up, and also maybe work on some YouTube videos after the stream or something. But yeah, I'm serious about Twitch. I was planning on waiting until I hit 100K on YouTube to try 75 viewer average on Twitch, but I don't know. I might be there. I might be close now that I have almost 90 on YouTube. I would love to be partnered on Twitch. So, we'll see about that. We'll see how the streams are. I might do some Twitch streams. But yes, thank you guys so much to everybody for showing by, man. I really did not expect this many people to come out. So thank you to all the regulars, all the TDS content creators. Thank you for all the donos. Doge, thank you so much, Doge. Never even seen you before, I don't think. Have you? Yeah, you just came in like super strong with the donos. Everybody that donated. Dude, why can't I? Doge, Mike. Can you not put your don't Kitty, you're blocking the screen. Brandon, XD, Normies Evolve, Pant Gandhi, Exatius, Lil Disquit, Immortal Jellyfish, Angel, Zingy, Maddie, Abstract, Pro Gamer, Elite, Nuclear Fallen King, Jason Pericone, Sledger, DaMoney, Eric, and I Do Know Why. I think that's everyone. Thank you guys so much for all the donos. Good to see you guys. Everyone that showed up. Mike, them's fighting words, Mike. Them's fighting words. Thank you, Mike, for the dono. Thank you to everybody else. Rage, appreciate you showing up. Always good to see you. Yeah, and we'll do Roblox, and we'll talk more tomorrow, guys. I'll try to reach out more tomorrow. But that's it. Oh, should we raid? Do you guys want to raid? No, dude. Okay, Mike. What's the YouTube community look like for Outlaster? Tell me that. Cat Basher, thank you for stopping by, Cat Basher. Super excited for you for your sibling status. Okay, let me feed the cat. Dude, crazy gaming family. Okay, hold on. Let me feed the cat so he gets out of my face. Here, come here. Come here. Okay, it turns out I had a full bowl of food in my desk. Thank you so much, Doge, for the 5. Thank you. Yo, crazy gaming family might not be a bad idea. I think we've rated them before. That's how I know about them. What? Oh, they're playing TDS. I'm waiting to get past the ad. Started streaming 5 hours ago. Let me see what he says.
Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully we don't have any trolls.
Well, it looks like he's starting the Frost event, which means that he's going to at least be streaming for the next 17 minutes. So we can rate him. That's fine. Thank you, Nanny Cat Lover 35. All right, yes, thank you guys so much. Oh, good to see all of you. Thank you for the warm welcome back to content creation. Way better than I thought it would be. Exactly what I wanted it to be as far as crying about my cat, because like I said, I really don't have anyone to talk to about it here. And talking about it is what makes me cry. And thinking about it doesn't really, it can make me cry, but it's just talking about it, verbalizing it is really hard. So I feel way, way better. So thank you guys for letting me do that. And thanks for coming out and hanging out and watching the 3.5 hours, way longer than any Roblox stream that I'll do. But yeah, go to the link in chat and just spam, just so they know who's rating them. Oh my God, I'm so confused about what I need to press here. Okay, so I want you guys to spam that in chat. What I just put in chat. Okay, just Harrison Raid. Okay, so we go raid somebody. You spam just Harrison Raid, and so they know who's raiding, and then you sub. Okay, so I'm already subbed. Okay, so you guys sub, like the video. I'm gonna like the video, so you guys like the video, and sub, and I will also sub. And I'm also sub, so I will also like. And I will hang out in there, and I'm actually probably going to make lunch and just watch the stream and eat and talk. So if you guys want to hang out in there and vibe with the person we're rating, look at that. You're already going in and saying just Harrison Raid. All right. Go ahead. I'm going to spam the link, guys. Go ahead and just jump in there, and as soon as I see everybody in there, I'm going to end the stream, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow, same time for TDS stream. All right. Much love to you. Thanks for coming out.
I don't play. Period. Starting over again, Mona. Sorry, bring a ranger this time, Mona.
Oh, he's trying.
Please bring a ranger.
He's trying.
I have a strat, and if you don't listen, what the Sam hell is that? Whoa.
He's trying to carry people for the Frost event, and they're not listening. That's funny. That happens to me a lot.
What in the Lord was that?
All right, everybody go in there.
What are you guys doing? Oh my God, y'all making a chat analyst.
Oh, really?
Okay to that.
Oh, really, Tobaz? Okay, so it says that you have to be a sub for 5 minutes to talk.
Hold on, I can fix all that. You guys are funny. You're making my chat go.
All right,
through the
anyway,
roof.
go in there, chat if you can, hit the sub button, hang out for 5 minutes, and then you guys can chat, and I will see you guys next time.
Got jokes.
Bye.
Oh my God.